Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I was so close. I was so close to just letting the next song play as well because it was bonkers next, you know? So there was part of me, I was like, should I just let it play? Should I just let it play? But I resisted. Morning, Fish. Morning, Ellie. Morning, P. Morning, Hanno. Morning, Dylan. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Morning, BS. It's unironically true, Cornolio. Ever since it was pointed out to me, unfortunately, every time I look at a photo of myself, I just see it. But we're here today. We're here today for Pro Chaser. I think I've done all the things I need to do. I've got the stream going. That's good. Drop Spotify link. There's no link. There's no playlist. It's just, you know, a lot of it is just what's in my head at the moment. There are some playlists I made for my fiance that I sometimes like steal from, but or like use as reference. But it's mostly just kind of in my head. We need to make a wedding playlist. So what's been on my mind? And that's why there was like a throwback vibe today, because in my head I was like, what songs do we want to play at the wedding? Obviously, we have some nice songs that both me and my fiance like, you know, maybe for like background music. But for the actual party, you know, there needs to be some vintage stuff in there. Gold Dust at the wedding? Actually, there's 100% chance, Ellie. 100% chance Gold Dust will be at the wedding. Because my friend loves that song. I remember one time we were in a Spoons in Cardiff, and it was around Christmas. We were out for rugby, so we were all dressed as like vintage, you know, like 80s Welsh rugby players in the kits for long socks and everything. And Gold Dust dropped. Everyone went crazy, and then this fucking DJ. If I ever find this DJ, I'll give him a piece of my mind. This fucking DJ at Cardiff Spoons over Christmas. Maybe it was several years ago. He mixed it so it went from Gold Dust just after the drop into, what's that Mariah Carey Christmas song? Like, All I Want for Christmas Is You? Unbelievable. I've never seen a more furious dance floor, you know? Never seen a more furious dance floor. Unbelievable. So I'll be playing Gold Dust at the wedding, and I won't be mixing it into Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. I know, it's actually criminal what that DJ did. I presume he's actually rotting in jail as we speak. So that's for silver lining. But but that's alright. That's in the past. Mariah Carey can't hurt us right now because Mariah Carey is not here for Pro Chaser because she doesn't care about Overwatch. But we care about Overwatch, so we're here for Pro Chaser. So let me get the co-stream up so you can see. Maybe unmute it as well. Where are we going? Here. There we go. All right. Am I having a Chris Cope section at the wedding? Well, Chris will be there, but I'm not going to be asking him to do a speech or a cope section. So hopefully we can keep him away from the microphone, right? That's the hope, at least. Easier said than done sometimes. Hey Zelko, I'm good. Oh. I'm good. I'm ready for this action. All right, so we should for those who are, let's put these on this end of it. For those who are unaware, Pro Chaser is a tournament going on right now in China. It's got a lot of the top Chinese teams. Once again, it's probably the one you are most familiar with. Oh, thank you as well. Thank you very much, Jabba.
Wow, I haven't been here for so long.
We're back. Also, thank you to Aegis as well for subbing for 9 months. 9 months while we were in the music section of the stream. Very much appreciated. I got to Diamond Bread. Where were we? China. Pro Chaser. So once again, it's the team everyone will recognize, all your favorite Chinese players right here. But there's also a lot of other interesting teams that we'll see. There's the Japanese team, Lazulli, that we'll see today. 99 Divine. As well as some of the other young blood I think are through, right? And we'll get to see Soaks, as well as Ameng, Jeremy, some old names coming out here. Maybe Ice Flame is the team to keep an eye on. It's got Lengsa, who was formerly on once again. It's got Jinmu, of course, who I'm sure we're all familiar with. And it's got Bilideng. And Bilideng is next up. Bilideng is next up, I feel. You know, we talk about what's happened to China in their sort of forced hiatus. Do they have any good players? Do they have any up-and-coming players? I think Bilideng kind of fits that category as best as anyone. And we're going to be seeing two games today, the 2 quarterfinals. So, the way this works, should note, is single elim. It will be a 3rd place match. All of these series, first to 4. As aka best of 7. So, big series on our hands. Hero bans are enabled. Hero bans are on, so we get our first look at hero bans. For the most part, they basically copied the OWCS rules from EMEA in North America. So we got the same map pool, the same map groupings, and all of this. Alright. Mercy is banned by Lazulli. Also, shout out to China. Not to just get on the Chris bandwagon immediately as soon as I wake up, but he's a pretty good graphics note for hero bans. I like it a lot. I don't know why they banned Mercy and then they banned Pharah, so I guess we're getting no Pharah Mercy today, but but the graphics, actually top tier. Shout out ProChaser. Remember as well, because we are in the same rule set as OWCS, what this means is the rosters are submitted first, then the hero bans come in. So those hero bans we just saw were submitted on the basis that the teams knew what roster was in. So yeah, support ban is the anticipation. I'll be completely honest with you, completely frank. I'm a little bit less familiar with some of these teams, so we can look at Lazulli and maybe once again in, Lazulli and Youngblood, sorry, in more detail. Where are we? We are here and here. So Lazulli, a couple of imports. Sung An is their tank player. I've seen him do quite well on Sigma before. Shui, you might remember, Shui was on that London Spitfire team in Season 3. Do you remember when they had just 1 billion Korean players on the London Spitfire roster? And it was like Glister and... was it Bernard as well, maybe? Bernard was on that team. Who else was there? And there was Sanguinar. Come on, we can remember all 12. Klessin, J-Mac, yes, you're right. FaZe, yep. Oh, there were more as well, I swear. Did they have a ball player as well on tank? They had J-Mac and another ball player? Because they had Klessin and Burner as off tanks, and they had J-Mac, and I'm pretty sure they had a ball one trick. Who was it? What was his name? Oh, Babel as well, yeah. Oh, are we getting into it? We're getting into it. I haven't done my predictions, so I'll do a quick predictions for you. Or it's going to have to be, who wins map 1? Zuli, Youngblood. So if you got money to gamble, if you want to get stuff in, I'll do a quick 5-minute preds. Maybe I'll do 10 minutes. I don't know how long we're actually going to get before this. Jihan! Yes! Jihan, although, that's right. Yeah. Did I ever tell you? Do you remember that British Hurricane team when we were the undisputed champs all the time? We got 1 scrim against that Korean London Spitfire roster. 1 scrim. The result of that scrim, we won 3-2. We won 3-2. We beat the Jihan Bull. And we beat J-Mac. Absolutely smashed them. So, some of you might remember Shui as a DPS from that London Spitfire team, if you've got really good memory, honestly. But he plays support now. He's going to be playing Juno. Band graphic good here as well. I quite like that, actually. So, looking good for ProChaser. We're going to see Lazulli versus Youngblood. So, some of Japan's finest against kind of just one of the teams in China. One of, like, towards the upper end, but we're maybe looking at, like, top 4 in China, maybe. Maybe top 3. But anyway, let's lock in. So I know we've not had a lot of time for Preds, but hopefully anyone who wanted to put their money on has managed to put their money on. This is just for map 1 Samoa. So We'll see. We'll see what we get. Youngblood site favourites in the poll. No surprises that we're going to be seeing Hazard, Genji, Sojin, Juno, Brig. Early position on the left for Amang. Amang? Amang. Amang sounds better. Dive goes in. They've kind of pinned in a little bit here, Lazulli. They've got a lot of space. Amang goes too far, though. Amang just kept chasing. He had them all packed into that room. He could have just left them. But instead of leaving them in that room, he keeps chasing himself. And now this will be an easy retake of space, control, and even first capture for Lazulli as a result. Why, old man, on a team called Youngblood? You ever heard of, tongue-in-cheek? Okay. Nujay, in control now, has control of this choke. This will be quite difficult for them to get out of here. Sunghan's going to be matching it, but Aiming just gets the kill on the Brig, which seems like an illegal maneuver. We'll talk a little bit more about the Juno Brig versus Kiri Lucio as we go, but for now it's a very easy retake for Youngblood. That Brig pick just opens everything up. And as much as if you've been watching Overwatch recently, if you've been watching OWCS last night, or you watched Soup Cup back in December, you would have seen a lot of Lucio Genji, and you see these Lucio Genjis really playing as a two-man group. What you get with the Brig Juno is a lot of the same, where the Brig will support the Genji a little bit, but can do it more from just a supportive angle, rather than be hard in that position. But Nujay goes down to Baba Yaga, which is fun to say. And now this Lucio Genji flank is all over the backline. And this is some of the worry with the Brig Juno version of the comp. Now, if the map is small enough that the Genji can connect regularly, now Lucio Genji can just take over. But once again, Youngblood have gone too bloody far. Repush is going to be easy once again, this time for Lazulli. They will walk back out, and it's just a game of overextends right now. They might even get a late kill here. Defensive wall comes out. Downpour to keep the chase going. That should confirm the Hazard kill. There we go. Epic will get the final blow for that one. And now Lazulli are pushing forward to spawn. Eyes on this Kiri, but TP out will be forced. And now we're getting up to the main ult section of it. We've got Rally Ray versus Kitsune Rush B. Rally Ray, in theory, should win, mostly due to the Ray in all of this. Korean-wise, no Korean teams, but we'll see a few Korean players. Alright, Ray comes through, looking for this Torpedo connect. Eyes on this Hazard. Aiming is pretty low. Downpour, just try and buy Aiming some space, but it doesn't connect on anyone, and he's going to get punished as a result. Now coming back is Dice, gets a quick rail, and he even has the overclock as well if he wants to keep going. Rally comes out from Epic, so a backstep from Dice, trying to keep his space. Worried about it, the Blade over the top as well. The Blade cuts through. Epic in big trouble. This Lucio Genji has been tearing Lazulli apart, and Soaks and Baba Yaga. Not two players I would have associated together outside of this tournament. But they are together and they are working well, and they get Youngblood back onto this point. They even get to keep hold of this overclock. So it's going to be overclock versus overclock. But Solsei has that Blade advantage. Yes, TM will have a coach this year. I'll have a video about it soon. I promise you. Now coming round. Dash onto the backline. Pressure onto that Juno early, and we see some of this vulnerability of this Juno Brig backline. A couple of times now, Baba Yaga and Soaks have just been able to get onto them, and Lazulli don't get a chance to pull a trigger on any of their ults. Is it me? 100%. It's me and Hunter. We're both coaching them. Co-head coach. Now, 2 DPS ults for the retake here. So Youngblood, not a lot of options. They can maybe try and disengage, or they can just play to trade, essentially. So we'll... Eyes on Soaks, eyes on Baba Yaga. Are they playing to trade, or are they playing to disengage? Overclock comes through, slide on, just trying to burn through Aiming's damage right now. He's going to get back shot from both sides. So they take care of a Hazard, and they should get themselves back on point here. Youngblood now might be wise just to try and live from this situation, pick up Aiming and go for their retake, because they don't have the most time in the world for this retake, and they do exactly that. They've managed to disengage, but they still don't quite have any ultimates, Youngblood here. So if I'm Lazulli, if I'm Solsei, I'm saying let's go. And Solsei agrees. He is all over this Soldier, but he dashes away, doesn't finish the kill. Sozu and Slider wall and Solsei. He can't find anything. Oh, more of a soul searching Blade than anything else, but the rest of Lazulli, they still get kills. It's a 3v3 situation. Baba Yaga underneath Downpour catches Ameng. Kitsune Rush to try and save Ameng's life. Ameng's playing for it. He's desperately trying to live. He's got full pocket. And Songang, he's not got the firepower to finish the kill. Fallen turns that one around. Sungan's still trading it. It's an absolute dogfight on point. We're going into overtime. Ray now from Shui. Epic nearly has it. The ult should push Lazulli over the top, but they need kills with this ult. Lucio's going to come flying into it. Soaks, get out of that, Ray. It's scary. But they've got for retake. They've kited and survived for Ray. Now Amenga's coming back in all over Solsei. But here comes Virali. More ults from Lazulli to throw into it here. Keeping everyone up. But again, they need kills with these support ults. Babash is only onto the Hazard. They can't find the kill. Blade from Baba Yaga coming back now, but he's only slicing the Hazard too. He gets shut down. The beat comes through, but it's a 3-man beat. The kills have gone through. They didn't quite get their ults in time, and Lazulli, Japan on top. Round number 1 goes their way. Ooh. Alright, it's scrappy, isn't it? It's scrappy.
第二张地图来到火山，也是一张比较偏狭窄的地图啊。
I'm gonna turn it up a bit. Hopefully that's okay. Alright. Over onto Volcano now. So we talked about these backlines earlier. It's important to talk about them here right now. Where Kiwi Lucio, Juno Brig, different strengths. But the smaller the map, the harder it can be for Juno Brig often. And Volcano is a very small map in terms of the spaces you control. So I'm a little bit worried for Sweet and Epic here. We saw them have problems with Baba Yaga and Soaks in the first round. And it should, in theory, be easier for this map as well. Early rail for Nujay. Disruptor shot comes in. Just a trade of damage. You see they've got eyes on that flank. They're worried about this Genji Lucio. The dive comes in and Epic's going to get taken down. And again, this Juno Brig backline has problems against the Hazard Genji dive. Aiming's going to try and stabilize on point here. Will get pocketed up as Fallen TPs to him. But that provides an opportunity for Sungan to chase him down. Catches him. Aiming wants to trade for kill. Will get that one. And Baba Yaga's got in and helped secure 2 of these. It's still a trade on point. But if they can keep Baba Yaga alive, the Genji can do a lot here. But he's a little bit low. Needs to be careful. Full packs for Solsei here, but Solsei feels like he could have been a bit braver in that one. Denied for cap, but he doesn't go for it. So now Baba Yaga, he can trade for it. Dash in there, but Baba Yaga needs to wait for his spawns. And Lazulli's just a little bit hesitant here. I think they could have bullied this Genji off a little bit more. Baba Yaga is still low, but Lazulli, they don't pull the trigger. Speedring comes out now, but they've lost Solsei before the push even really begins. Oh, now they are going to fall apart. They get one trade, but they are stuffed back in this choke. And Aiming is looking for more. Misses the slash onto this Juno. But they'll get the kill regardless. Wall off onto this Hazard as well. Boots Sungan in a little bit more. No escape for any of Lazulli. And Youngblood convert that first cap and that scrappy first fight into a good follow-up fight as well here. And they're going to get a lot of their ults a little bit quicker as a result. Both support ults for downpour all a little bit quicker here. Lazulli have to take their time with this one. The big one to worry about is Epic doesn't have this rally. Engage again from Youngblood. We see aggressive play in these competitions all the time. Aiming is fully walled off right now, but they are peeking with him. But they've support ups to keep going if they want. I think they were keen just to try and maybe force a support up and take a step back. Lazulli don't quite have it yet, so now Lazulli, they at least get a chance to charge up their raid. But Solsei caught again. Nujay's going to get walled off, and they are in control of this choke. Baba Yaga looking for the backline. Quick 180 deflect to get the torpedoes off him. And Youngblood win another fight. This time, no ults used, so we're moving into a pretty heavy ult situation. There's going to be 5 for Youngblood. Lazulli's still a little bit short on 2 of them right now. Problem here. Holding close again. Wall blocks for Sojin angle for a little bit, but not much else. Ray comes out. Downpour comes out. They're looking for a big catch, but a disengage. Oh, Aiming doesn't get out. They were just trying to disengage Lazulli, cheat those 2 ults, but they don't get their Hazard out of there. Soaks won't make it out either, so it'll be a die on point angle now for Youngblood. With a saving grace, they're going to get it to 90+%, and they didn't use a single ult. So now an overwhelming ult advantage here on the retake. A chance to Kitsune rush, a chance to beat. This should negate the rally, the blade from Lazulli, even the overclock as well. Great situation for Youngblood to tie this one up. Coming through, Dice to kick us off. Nujay's also responded. Walls will be exchanges. Oh, Dice finds Shui! A tight shot, and now they can flood in. Dragonblade over the top from Baba Yaga. He's just going to try and deal with this Genji, and Solsei has to run, has to play his life. Sungan's going to die on the point. Solsei has managed to escape all of these ults. The Youngblood, they just pop 5 when that fight starts, and Lazulli don't have the firepower to keep up. So we're going to try and live and go for a late touch, but Baba Yaga making Solsei's life hard. Both cooldowns used. Fallen will finish that one off. And Youngblood, they get themselves in a very good situation. Now should be strong favourites to convert this, but we have to be careful. Baba Yaga has died. Sungan can get a few more touches. Epic will die on point. Torpedo's out from Sweet. They're trying to hunt him down right now. Body shot only. Sungan has stabilized again, and they can't actually get another touch out of that. Okay, so they tied up 1-1. And that was a pretty one-sided round for Youngblood. I think there we see maybe a little bit of the different strengths of the different backlines on different parts of maps. Now, obviously, we're actually going to Downtown, which is probably really one of the bigger maps. Maybe Samoa's a little bit nicer for playing these long distances, but Downtown's pretty reasonable as well. So I think the Juno Brig should feel a little bit better here than it did on that Volcano. But we'll have to wait and see. That is for Rio Aiming as well. For Rio Aiming. China is back. Aiming is back. Everything is trending up for Chinese Overwatch right now. Obviously, Lazulli, a Japanese team with a couple of imports. Morning Tree. Hope your 24-hour stream's going all right. Why Soaks in China? Why not, mate? Germans can go to China. Alright, Aiming is going to get absolutely fisted at in his choke. And he will go down. We've seen this a couple of times now where Aiming just gets a little bit over-eager at the choke. The match is set up a pretty easy one. Now when they have hazard advantage, easy for Sungan just to chase around these DPS, chase around these supports, finish them off. And a quick first fight for Lazulli. Now eyes on Solsei, trying to challenge this Genji. But Soaks and Baba Yaga have got the better of this side battle so far. Dice is going to get the opening pick. Now a chance to walk in for free, and Solsei's going to have to give more space, and they're just going to bully them off the point now with this Sojin advantage. Lazulli really needs to either turn it into a dogfight and play very aggressively in the 4v5, or just do what they're doing now and disengage. So we're going to try and keep tapping as well, but they've actually lost Baba Yaga. They lost Epic in the back to Baba Yaga. And that's going to be a full concession of a point. Maybe even a late kill here. Sungan's going to be backing it up. Now, when we've seen Youngblood get control of a point in previous ones, they played a lot more of an aggressive hold. Really put the pressure on. It's a bit more tricky on this map. Instead, you can see actually Baba Yaga and Soaks on the far left of our screen, looking to try and get a flank and a cut. Try and hit him from the other side. They'll meet him so far. How is Soaks died in that situation? Just caught by the wall. And it's going to be another... It's just going to be the easiest retake in the world. Gonna try and touch it for a while, and Menki can keep it contested, but Sungan's gonna mark the Sojin, force Dice all the way back, and now Aiming has to concede the point, and they should be able to get the flip as a result. But they do all survive on the side of Youngblood, so expect a quick retake. They have the Kitsune rush, pressure onto their Genji as well. Aiming will be punished for that one as well. Sungan just follows the jump in. Now they are forced all the way back. Lazulli do have Ray if they want to keep going, but they don't even need it actually. The picks are just coming their way. Sungan will clean everything up. And that didn't cost Lazulli anything. Yeah, 6 tonight for the EMEA games. Now, all the ults on the board for Lazulli, all the ults on the board for Youngblood, but once we get to the big ult portion of the fight, I think Ray does so much more than the Kitsune Rush. Could be an advantage for Lazulli. They're going to start with the Ray, actually. They're using it quite early. Downpour comes out. They all take a step out of the Ray for a second, and then they focus down, and Meng, they take him. Sungan looks for the chase on that. Probably didn't even need it in the end. But well played in the Ray. They were expectant of the Downpour in response from Aiming. Lazulli take a step out of the Ray, dodge for Downpour, get back in the Ray, finish that kill on the hazard. And Youngblood didn't use any of their own support ults in all of that, so they do have support ult advantage now. So they've got the pushing power. But they need to win this next fight. Aiming getting Nujay before the fight. That's going to help him out a lot. Now pressure at this choke. Trying to clear Sungan out of this one. Chance to commit. They're going to commit both support ults coming through. Here is a 5-man beat from Youngblood. Bash comes in from Epic, but he's going to get absolutely chewed up. Both support ults and the blade at choke. And the rally just can't help Lazulli survive that one. But honestly, if I'm Lazulli, it doesn't feel too bad because we got both support ults out. They did throw overclock into that as well, so actually, maybe it doesn't actually feel as nice for Lazulli as I thought it did. I thought they'd maybe traded Rally for 2 support ults and a blade and could feel pretty good about themselves, but they threw a lot in there themselves as well. Only one more fight now for Lazulli to get the retake there, but they're getting hit by this overclock early right now. Baba Yaga's actually getting taken down. Dice needs a kill with this. That'll do it. Sweet. Obliterated there. Goes for another one, manages to avoid the wall just in time, needs more pocket out of this, but Fallen and Soaks there with him, and Solsei is really low. They get Dice out of that situation. And now we're getting down to a final fight situation right now. Aiming nearly has the downpour. Sungan is a little bit slower. There'll be another fight on the choke. Eyes on these downpours. You see Baba Yaga starting top left right now. Sagan's going to try and clear out a little bit of space. Baba Yaga's made an aggressive move, actually. He's gone too aggressive over. Downpour over top from the main, looking for some value. Doesn't seem that they find all that much. Baba Yaga gets punished for it. And Youngblood, they try and go aggressive, but they just get obliterated. The rest of them have to try and live right now. If I'm Lazulli, I'm pushing right now. Go kill these players. Stop them recontesting properly. They're just going to play point instead. Tracer's going to get the touch from Baba Yaga. Triggers the overtime. Now a chance to come back in. Fallen nearly has Kitsune Rush. Shui nearly has Ray. Ult advantage still in favor of Lazulli. Downpour comes out now. Doesn't find anything, I don't think. He's chasing that Sojin around. Shui nearly has for Ray 98%, but he's 2 bars of HP. 99%. Ray comes down immediately. They're all so low. Epic will die before rally. The Ray is up now, but can it keep him alive? The Kitsune Rush in response. Trying to save the Ray, but they didn't quite have it in time. The Kitsune Rush is too much. And Youngblood will sweep him. Oh, they had the ults. They either needed to push quickly and take the 5v3. Just kill them. It's a 5v3 they have to touch. And then you've got no problem. Or, let's just play slow and get all of our ults, and then we've got the Ray push again, and you can do a similar to what they did in the previous fight. Missed opportunity there for Lazulli, and Youngblood will be taken this first map as a result. It's a replay of this Blade, but it was double support of Blade invested here. God damn. Hey guys, good luck for today. Alright, what am I doing? Reds. Chicken. Seemed like it was really littered by first picks and sort of random deaths, magic picks before the fight, all of this from both teams, honestly.
Okay. 我们其实可以看到，在索杰恩的这个对比上面，就是在第一视角上面，我们可以看到双方索杰恩的一个
predictions for map 1 done. Youngblood winners. People said they were the favorite, and the people turned out to be right. We'll get predictions in for map number 2. Obviously, it's going to be same rules as OWCS, so loser picks in this situation. Which means Lazulli get the choice of the mode. They get the choice of what hero to ban first. And all of that. I'm going to eat some noodles while we deal with this. Ooh. Woke up a little bit later than planned, but we can fit it in. What am I watching? It. It's actually pretty good. I like it. China are king of the breaks.
Supreme Liquid is what happens when you take the very best and push it even further. Stunning designs and premium materials meet advanced liquid cooling technology to deliver class-leading performance with a hybrid cooling system in our newest RTX 50 series Supreme Liquid graphics card. Its shroud is crafted from high-grade brushed aluminium.
I mean, China, if you didn't see the Aurora Cup ad breaks were unbelievable. Unbelievable Chinese slop to keep us entertained.
That'll elevate your gaming setup and workspace. The RTX 50 series Supreme Liquid boasts a
I've actually not looked at the EME games yet for later today. I just need to clear some space on my hard drive.
expelling heat
For all this bloody
faster than
Overwatch
ever.
I'm watching.
At its heart is an advanced
And then we can check out the
performance
fixtures,
pump
because I guess we'll
that
get,
passes
because we're going to do the roster
automotive
submission,
coolant
the
through a
bans, all
durable
of this, you
tubing
know, so
system
I
to the
imagine we'll get a little bit of
It's
a
designed to keep
little
your
bit of time.
GPU cool under even the heaviest
But it should be.
loads.
If you missed any of the games yesterday, you can check it out on my VODs channel right now. I think if you type exclamation mark YouTube, you should get the link for my VODs channel. And that was the Ultimates versus Al Qadisiyah. So the two top teams in this open qualifier going head to head in round 3.
The newest RTX 50 series.
I can do it, Mona Lisa. Don't you worry.
Alright,
let me just
radiator, paired with 3 pre-installed Stormforce
delete
fans
that, I can delete
to
that, I can
maximize airflow
don't delete that,
whilst
delete
keeping
that,
noise to a
delete
minimum.
that, delete that.
These pre-installed fans streamline
Delete
cable
these.
management for a cleaner, more convenient PC build. If you're all about unparalleled performance and thermals, you'll love
I'm all
what
about
the
that.
latest RTX 50 series Supreme Liquid graphics cards can do.
OK，那我们回到比赛。在上一张图的失利之后，其实拉朱里这一套库里朱诺的阵容，感觉
Tomato's
上
your favourite
有
YouTuber?
点被
Yes.
Youngblood 所
VODs channel, but I'm actually
那
pushing
下
the
一张
VODs channel
图
so hard, because if you've not seen as well, did you see this announcement? Oh, so we're going to Saravasa for any pred heads. Did you see the announcement on Twitter?
就是在资料
Did you see that we fucking made it?
他们还是会搬
We
掉
fucking
一
made
些
it?
辅助位的英雄来保证自己的这套小锤朱诺。
Where am
在
I
上一场
going?
比赛上面，他们是搬掉了物子啊，在苏拉瓦萨。那在搬掉天使保护的时候，其实第一张地图可
Where
以
is
先
it?
做一个尝试。
This one?
我们来看双方的这个人员名单。
So there's no English language broadcast outside of playoffs and LAN anymore for Korea, which in many ways is sad. But
小锤的情况下，
me and
他们
Hunter
面临到
will do you a broadcast.
好像没有取得
We'll do you a broadcast.
太大的便宜，没有取得太好的成效。
We don't have drops for the first weekend, but after that, drops all year. Drops all year.
把物子搬掉。那我们
Why are you a
先来
counter
看
forever?
半皮
It's for
没错
TVNT posts, sis. It's for
你们喜
TVNT
欢打不掉
posts.
物子是不是？不好意思，来降速，跟我打。
I've not heard about Architect joining.
搬掉了害灾。
Who's Architect joined?
在苏拉瓦萨
Wait, oh wait, I missed it. Oh, I missed the. I'll show you again. Should we look for? I want to see the animations again.
物子
And then we'll catch back
那
up
我
to
们来
live.
先来看半 pick， 没错，他们搬掉的就是物子。
Kiri ban makes sense, right? They were struggling against Valkyrie Lucio. Smart from Lazulli.
小锤朱诺，而 Youngblood 这边搬掉了害灾。
Hazard ban from Youngblood. So now and his teams are cooking, right? Lazuli struggling against the Lucio Kiri version and want to play Juno Brig themselves. We're gonna get stats as well. Sungan versus Meng. A Meng to his friends. We can call him Meng because we're all pretty tight with him. I think we can all agree. But A Meng is his full name. But everyone knows him as Meng. All right. All pretty similar numbers, honestly. All pretty similar numbers.
OK， 所以阵亡会略显高一点。
Let me try and finish these noodles before this next map as well.
试一害不是跟你
You see that Rush got a job?
赢没赢吧
What did he
地
get?
图来到苏拉瓦萨。那在搬掉了害灾，而且是 Youngblood 自己手动。
Malgor Queen with Brig Juno now? I think you're right, Fish. I think you're right.
我们
I guess Juno.
怎样的英雄了？我们熟悉
Back in the Aurora Cup, we did see a lot of Zarya from a lot of these Chinese teams.
观众大家应该都很清楚
But I think the longer we went through that Aurora Cup, the more Malga we saw instead. So
不要说
I think my go-to in my head right now would be the Malga.
A 梦可以承担到非常多的一个坦克位。
Yeah, it is correct. Where were
非
they?
常年轻的一名坦克选手。
Oh, they were on Reddit somewhere. Let me see if I can find them
操
quickly
作的水平非
before this
常
map
高。
starts.
看看两边会进行一个怎样的博弈啊？
How long have I got? 3 seconds? I can do it. Oh wait, these are gonna pick heroes.
女王
FGG.
劳加。那你不让我打卢肖物子，那我就跟你打上个版本的东西。
Oh,
小
here we go.
锤
I
朱
got
诺
you.
毛加死神，卡斯诺瓦这边可能是锁肩，可能是 Echo， 但大概率是一个锁肩啊。
It's only a screenshot, so you have to do some reading and some typing, but I reckon you've got that in you.
女王，他们在上一场比赛对阵到99 Divine 的时候，也是启用到了更多的女王。
What am I looking at? Is this the Architect news?
TP 出门。
What's he doing? He's on Vesta Crew? Good on you, Architect, mate. He's running it back.
那来看看了，
Alright. Pred's closing.
毛家这边要利用好那3秒的
Pred's closing. Let's lock in. So, Juno Brig from both teams is going to be a Queen versus Mauga situation.
没有交。
I don't know, Skyle. Surely soon, right? Mauga onto a point first, trying to force it, but someone gets to start burning him down here. You see A-Main tries to double down with the stomp, but he's already lost most of his HP, so it's just over before it starts right now. We saw a lot of teams at Stockholm have problems with the Queen. And really there, the problem is for Youngblood. Think about it, you need to think about it in terms of distance. If the Mauga is on top of the Queen, get your head out of the gutter. If the Mauga is positionally on top of the Queen, that doesn't really help. Keep your head out of the gutter. Then the Mauga has a great chance to win. If they're at this kind of mid-range poke like we saw in this first fight, the Queen is able to do so much damage to the Mauga before he gets into effective range. So it's all about closing the distance for Youngblood here. Meanwhile, we're going to get both Rays charging pretty fast. Solsei not too far behind on that blade. Nuche pretty close to the overclock as well. Tools to combo with this one here. It's going to be a far side rotation for Youngblood. And this is bad for him because it's a long distance, this first point. And if they go this far side, it's longer distance. And Solsei's going to catch Baba Yaga before anything. And they're just getting pushed over right now. This is pedestrian from Lazulli. Just shooting their guns, killing some people. And now they do have the Ray coming back. They're slightly behind on DPS salts, way behind on tank ult. This is a very difficult situation for Youngblood. And Baba Yaga's just dead again! Oh my god. Does he not have a shift key? Does he not have a shift key? Disaster start here, really, for Youngblood. And they didn't even get any ults out of Lazulli for that one. I said heads out of the gutter, chat. You're putting them further in the gutter. Alright, Niche's going to start up farming a rail right now. Ray trade coming in, but there's that rampage with it as well with Sungan. He just gets stomped, but the rampage could be massive here as they go for the Ray trade. They're all lined up, and they don't even need it, in all honesty. They just absolutely shred through them, get more value out of that Ray, and Lazulli. You take the Kiri Lucio away from Youngblood, and they just seem to fall over. A 1-for-1 ult trade, another win for Youngblood. Oh, sorry, for Lazulli. They seem completely in control of this matchup. Nuche walking forward, farming early again. Always good to get these early opportunities in. Pressure onto Baba Yaga. Rail goes wide, but obviously the Mauga just gives this Sojin so many options, so many chances. This overclock from Dice. It gets him some space. They drop the cage as well. There's no escape, actually, for Nuche. He might be in a bit of problem. They're going to try and rally, but not in time to save their Junker Queen. Epic needs to get in that cage if he really wanted a chance. Solstice's going to try and turn with Blade. The Bash Blade combines. 1 HP on that Juno. Whip shot is just enough from Soaps. And they maybe have a chance back in this fight. They're trying to disengage there. And a mismanagement of the cage fight, honestly, I think, from Lazulli there. I think when Epic has the rally, what you want to do if you have a Brig and your team gets caged is you want to delay a little bit, stay outside the cage, pop that rally, bash into the cage to get your bash damage still, and then just shield your team as much as you bloody can. A little bit of mismanagement there from Epic, but they'll still get a chance on this retake. They have the rampage for it as well. Eyes on Soaps. If he can bash this rampage, it's massive. He's going to start early. They're going to blossom around the corner. Pressure on. Doesn't connect the bash, and they do hit 2 key targets, but Baba Yaga will be okay. Able to Wraith out of that one, and Sungan doesn't get the rampage value. A-Main playing this off angle, making it difficult for Nuche to swing aggressively with this overclock. But they do find Baba Yaga. Now they're going to try and flip forward onto point. Eyes on this Brig. Soaps is going to get deleted. Demolished by that Junker Queen, and now they have control on point, but they are still getting traded here. Stomp comes in from A-Main, but Nuche has kept himself free. Done a good job finding space in these enclosed, chaotic fights. We see Baba Yaga going to Farah now as well, potentially. It is live, so if you want to telepathically connect to A-Main, it's perfectly possible. Ray versus Ray coming up right now. Rally advantage for Epic, but he doesn't quite have it yet. Dice might have the overclock in this. It's an early Ray from Sweet, but it will be a decent trade on point. Stomp comes in, doesn't find anything. Sungan has been booped out of it though. Both tanks awfully low. Both tanks will fall. It's just going to be a death match now, but Dice has the overclock. Can he find the way through? Solsei on top of him, and Dice, he doesn't feel the clutch. He doesn't feel the clutch. He's going to save this ult for the next one. Oh! I mean, honestly, it felt clutchable, right? Like, it's ambitious, but it felt clutchable. We had his Juno with him. A little bit of cowardice from Dice. Casanova, they call him. Not my Casanova. My Casanova would have dived in there heroically, would have popped the overclock, would have clutched that. Not my Casanova. And that's 2-0 for Lazulli. As we move on to point D. Cage nearly up for Ameng again. This makes all of the ults very difficult. All of the ults very difficult for Lazulli to really start with, for Rally, for Blade, all of these things. As long as Ameng can get valuable targets with this Cage, it should be a straightforward fight for Youngblood. But easier said than done. Ameng's going to go in. Cage comes out, and he's got nothing in his Cage. He has still separated Nujay. Nujay can't get out of this room, so they do get one kill out of it. Now Ameng will cancel his Cage so he can chase down more kills. He's onto the back line, but Rally back from Epic. Now the Blade over top. Solsei gets one as well. He's got some of that overhealing as well. He's looking for more targets. Backline is deleted, and Ameng, he's blown his opportunity. Epic ended up off the map and all of that, but it won't make a difference. Lazulli will still clean up this fight, and the Rally Blade is good in the end. Ameng. I needed something more with that one. Needed something more. And now Lazulli win another fight. Rampage, Ray, Overclock, loads of tools to win this next one as well. There is a chance for Youngblood now because they also have for Rally. When this Ray trade goes off, Soaps' Rally could push them over the edge. But it's an Overclock to start from Nujay, and Youngblood just want to cheat this one for free. They want to get out of there. Pushing it through, Rally from Soaps to try and turn it right now. Nujay is still in there. Sogan will get caught. They drop for Ray there, Shui, and Fallen didn't even have to use it. Shui a little bit late with the Ray, and it doesn't work out. Overclock from Dice to try and turn this one, but should be able to get marked right now in the back. They're coming through. Wait, actually, Epic's made a mess of this. Dice is still in, and Ameng will come back and clean it up with his team. They should be able to get maybe a late kill onto Solsei as well. Thank you, Flurin, as well. Oh, welcome back, Flurin. Sorry to hear about the health issues, though, but glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. And you're just in time. Pro Chaser, OWCS starting. It's going to be big. Rampage is good. 2 key targets. Baba Yaga, no shift, no rave to force with that one. Ameng will die as a result of this Rampage as well. And this is where we see, this is basically NRG theory. We had Tree around earlier. This is Shock Theory. Use for Rampage, use it against the Ray, and then you win those fights. That's exactly what Sungan did right there. Works out really nicely for him. And Lazulli, they've got him on the ropes. Got him on the ropes. Youngblood need to win this next fight. They nearly have Cage. They nearly have Blossom. It should be a powerful enough combo to deal with it, but we've seen Ameng miss his opportunities before. Knife into Ameng here as they try and poke him down. Down to half HP already, making this walk up as hard as possible. TP from Baba Yaga. Will catch a body shot rail as well. Really doesn't want to have to use that rage before the fight. You see them all give space to Lazulli. They're blading into the back. They've gone round Ameng. Ameng, we need someone caged. They do trade that blade 1 for 1. Ameng still has the cage as they force point and they get the flip. Retake comes in, but Nujay's going to slide straight into that cage. He wants to take them all down. But they will die on points in that cage. And Youngblood actually got the flip quite early, so yeah, they're going to have to use these as both support ops come back in. Double support up from Lazulli. They're hunting down Ameng. Wraith has been forced. They have the bash, but they need to care Blossom. Baba Yaga has the Blossom. He's going to spin for it right now. They're also low. Deflex out from Solsei makes it a 1-for-1 trade. We're into overtime. Ameng hits the stomp, kills Epic. Solsei now alone on point, but so hard to fight a Mauga. Bit easier to fight this Sojin. They're coming back. 2 DPS versus the Mauga now. Ameng's running through. He's going to go down. Supports are back. Soaps is on the point. Germany has not given up on this map just yet. And Soaps will get the retake with that rally, but they're not out of the woods yet. Pressure onto this Genji, but here comes the touch from Epic. Having to pack his Tracer, having to hold down the door, but the Junker Queen is back. They need Ameng back in this one. Fallen nearly has it, but the Rampage is coming through. They need Fallen to live. The damage is fair. Solsei's on the chase. They're going to get it here, and Lazulli should close this one out 3-0. Dice is going to hit a nice double rail, and they actually steal the point. They stole the point during all of this. Unbelievable. They've lost the fight, but they've stolen the point, and Youngblood get an outrageous lifeline from that C9. Spinning C9s in the chat. Can we get a replay? Oh, there's a replay of Epic bashing off the map. I mean, this is bad too. This is bad too. But Youngblood, oh my god, they didn't really earn this chance. They didn't really earn this chance, but they got this chance, and now they've got it. They've got to make the most of it. Ray advantage for Fallen as well. He's got about 20% if they go quickly. Baba Yaga's made his way onto the Echo as well, but Reaper has really struggled so far in this matchup. The Echo will match up a bit nicely and more nicely into the Genji. And it will be that Ray push. Torpedoes come out. Loads of damage. Even just get to kill himself Fallen on that one. And that'll be a Ray and convert for this first fight. The rest of Lazulli will get out of there. And now they have their own Ray. Chance to push. So a decision right now. Oh, wait. Actually, Sunghan's going to get caught. And they can actually stagger this out a little bit. That's even better for Youngblood then. You just need to make sure they need to get Aimeng out of here. Aimeng is awfully low. Dice trying to make a bit of space. Swee's going to turn with the Ray now. They have to just keep running. Epic's even got a beat coming over the top. Blade from Solsei should finish it. There's no ult to respond with from Youngblood, so they kind of just have to tank it. Juno is low, and Solsei will eventually convert the kill. And a pretty straightforward exchange of ultimates there. Youngblood do the Ray push. They get the point. Lazulli come back with their own Ray. They use their Ray. They get the point. Simple Overwatch.
拉朱里手里有一个鹰杖，是 Epic 换出来的续点无效的鹰杖。要看
Now beat coming back. Nujay has the overclock as well. Youngblood with a copy and a cage soon as well. You see Baba Yaga trying to take this angle on the right hand side into the Genji, but now beat push comes in. Copy Junker Queen out now. The Soaks has been deleted by this beat push. Baba Yaga looking for his chance to turn it though. Pressure onto this Lucio. Knife is good. Nearly has the Rampage. Rampage will be coming out. Catches Epic. That will finish that kill. Can't find any more right now, but I think he's done enough for his team. They can now turn all their attention to Sunghan. Finish that kill. Get themselves back in control of point. And Youngblood keeping this map alive.
那下一波 Youngblood 有双辅技能，记忆超频加龙中斗。
And now all of a sudden, Youngblood actually have a great chance here, right? A really great chance. They have Cage, they have Overclock, they have Double Support Ult. Sunghan has for Rampage, but as we saw at Stockholm as well, you can't use for Rampage if the Mauga has Cage, and he's going to Cage early. No chance to use his ult for Sunghan. He's just going to get deleted. Overclock back from Nujay, but he has to swing into a very unfavorable situation. He'll get taken down as a result. They'll even save Soaks from that one. And Youngblood are right back up. They're tied up 2-2. And this C9 might be costing Lazulli the entire map. We're going to get a replay now. Oh, this is for Rampage one. Gets it just in time to finish this kill. They had killed the Sojin in main as well, so they would find a couple of kills at the same time there. Now they're coming back through. Rampage is available as Dice starts with overclocks. Rampage comes back through as a 4-man Rampage. It's massive. Soaks is going to try and rally to live, but they're all so low. Sunghan finds one per kill, but not enough. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Tank advantage now for Lazulli, but they are on the back foot, trying to deal with this Echo as they come onto their backline. But Baba Yaga just walking through, getting the kills. Sunghan can't stop him, and now Sunghan on the back foot as well. And Youngblood, the momentum has swung. The C9. Oh my God, Lazulli are on the ropes here. This is a big problem for him. A big problem. Copy and Ray now available versus a Ray Blade. Rally as well for Epic. So Lazulli should have ult advantage here. 3 versus 2. The rally should put them over the edge, but it's a Ray to start from Sweet. Aimeng's going to go into it as well as the Ray comes back here. Solsei pulls the Blade, looking for that combo, looking to cut through him. Soaks doesn't have the rally or anything to deal with this, so he just has to tank it. And the Blade puts him through. Lazulli should be able to convert this now. And the Ray Blade, just a more powerful combo than the Ray. But of course, not out of the woods yet. They conceded 55% off that. Moving towards the choke, and Baba Yaga has the copy. Very much expect this copy to be on the Queen again. Very much the same thing we saw on point C, the fountain point. Meanwhile, Nujay, pretty much more straightforward. We'll just overclock when he sees an opportunity. Gonna do this one early. Stomp comes in, slide out of it that one. So Aimeng might just be left out to dry for this. Baba Yaga will get the copy. Now the copy's coming through, but they have the rally going. But Epic's gonna die to it. Disaster with this rally. And now Baba Yaga looking for another copy Rampage on that one. Lots of low players behind the point. Gonna run into him. They don't even need for Rampage in the end. Epic, that rally gets nothing for his team. Retake for Youngblood right now. And we are getting into last fight territory. One more chance for Lazulli to salvage this map. And Ameng has cage. If Ameng hits this cage, if Soaks hits for rally, Dice can just pop this overclock, kill them all through. They're coming running through. There's for cage. Sogan just gets deleted. It's just over. Youngblood. They've reverse swept the map. Easy for Dice in the end. For cage, for rally, it's all we use. There's no escape for Epic. And a series of travesties and tragedies have absolutely cost Lazulli here. That is outrageous. Outrageous. I don't even know what to say. It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for the Japanese squad. I mean, so the TLDR Mapino is they were absolutely dominating. Absolutely dominating. Wait, this is going to be the C9, I think. Baba Yaga's getting the touch. He has to blink off. Oh, he's off for a second. Wait. This is the... So, what happened with Mapino is it was in this situation 2-up to Lazulli. They were actually hard dominating the map, you know? And then this is the third point. They're in control. They go on to win this fight, but they C9. And then they get reversed. Look how quickly it goes. Like, Baba Yaga blinks off it for a second. Yeah, they never capped it back, so the overtime just ticked down. Because then what happens is, like, Dice has popped the overclock because he thinks he has to clutch it. And then they go on to get reverse swept on the map. We can find the... It's 2-0 to Youngblood. Oh, sorry, I've got my colours mixed up. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Colours mixed up. New teams. Yeah, because New Jay's on it now. Oh wait, it's even later minutes, isn't it? It goes on for it. It goes on for ages. Yeah, if you get the retake with these support ults. Yeah. And then the rampage comes through. And at this point, I mean, it looks so one right when this rampage hits. Like, it looks really one, you know? No one's on point during all of this. How's no one on point? Like, they never cap it back. Like, we don't have cap at this point in time, right? Like, there's zero progress. I guess it's getting contested, right? Someone's still on that. I guess Ameng's just, like, dicking around on point, right? Was Ameng even back? Oh, no, Ameng wasn't even back. So I guess it was just Baba Yaga keeping it contested, right? Yeah, so it was just... They never capped it back, and then Baba Yaga's just keeping it contested. And it's just like everybody C9s, right? We got a better angle of it after this game, didn't we? Yeah, because I mean, it's reasonable for Sung. I think like Solsei and Sungan, it's super reasonable that they're going for these kills, right? Because they push with the rampage, and they're going to get both of these kills. Like, this all seems perfectly reasonable. But the fact that they don't have more capture progress... Actually, no, you're right. No, Solsei's back in time. It's actually... Solsei, but what we saw from the other angle is the back line is here, right? There's like a... There's a... Or I guess it's Juno Lucio in this exact situation. But there's like a Juno Lucio just off our screen here as well, right? So, yeah. Fuck. So it's actually like Solsei could have touched it. I think they just don't... Oh, yeah. But I'm surprised they don't have more... Like, there's actually some credit should go to Baba Yaga, right? For just keeping this point contested the entire time through all of this. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm missing the music. Let's crank it. Wait, I'll get us back to the start of the song. Is anyone else reading the text? I have no idea what's... I'm reading the text, but I don't know what's happening. I'll get you, Jabba. It's actually very peaceful and relaxing between these maps. I think Panda stayed up too late last night. God bless her. She put in a shift yesterday. Now she's all tuckered out. All tuckered out. Fuck, this one keeps going actually. Fuck. Alright. Oh, I missed the animation. I always miss these animations. Actually... Alright, so roster-wise, we're looking at the same rosters.
这10个人。斗兽场这张地图在我们这一届的竞逐杯其实还是比较少见的。我们先来看看 ban pick Lazulli ban掉卢西奥。
They're gonna ban Lucio, makes sense. Ban Kiri, now ban Lucio.
跟我赛前说的一模一样，他们在5助位上面会非常的保护自己的布里斯诺。而 Youngblood ban掉了黑百合，这是要针对 New Jeans 吗？
They're really scared of Widow. Come on.
针对老陈的爱徒啊。 但是在当前版本的环境下，其实黑百合即便在斗兽场能用，可能也不会那么暴力张。拉朱里可以这样去针对无效物质。那我们先来看看 Soze 在原始上面的数据，平均每10分钟31.9， 3.6的最后一击，10082的伤害量。但是龙刃的效率，其实我们可以看到。 Soze 的龙刃效率确实不是特别高，平均每10分钟0.8个击杀，而阵亡4.5还算一个比较正常的数据啊。
I enjoyed it, Gucci.
所以这就是应对了
a nice change of pace between
这边拉朱里的大招的一个效率啊，还是比较低一点，需要去调整。
而 Youngblood
我们可以知道，其实大招效率包括运营。 选手心态，
we're getting more of a Juno Brig mirror, which is what Lazulli wants.
经验和教训在的，所以有了 A 梦的加持，我们可以看到 Youngblood 在大招、交招方面其实要做得更好一点。
It's a small snack to keep me going. All right, let's get these spreads closed and let's lock the heck in. Remember, everyone, remember, best of 7. So this isn't series point right now. It is single elimination though. So Youngblood in a great position. In a great position, but they've still got work to do here. And Lazulli, they should have won that bloody Saravasa, okay? It's closer than the scoreline will tell you. So, the Lucio ban really forcing us into this... Oh shit, sorry to hear Sober. But yeah, so Lucio bans through the Juno Brig world. Early pressure onto Soul Save Forces, that deflect. Got a little bit of space to work with here, Youngblood, but no meaningful damage or kills as of yet. Now we're going to try and dive in, looking for that Brig pressure onto Epic. Wall doesn't catch him though. Soulsake's now a little bit separated. They want to turn their attention onto that kill, and nicely done. While aiming takes the attention of the backline, you see Soaks really push up and punish Soulsake. It's actually a Soaks opening pick. Now walking their way.
而拉朱里这边少掉1人的情况下，要打得慢一点。
Early downpour for Sung'an in all of this. Rays available for both teams very shortly too. Baba Yaga's much closer to this blade as well. So starting to lean Youngblood's way if they can get to that blade Ray combo. But always got to keep eyes on this downpour. Oh, Dice again! Always manages to thread the angle on this guy. Now he's got lots of space. He's bullying this Genji back. If he can keep pressure on this Genji, he can keep himself safe, he can keep his team safe. And his team can just take over the map, just like they're doing right now. And they get out without using any ults as well. Trying to challenge for the space here is Sung'an. He's going to get knocked down, though. They're going to Ray to keep pushing. Torpedo catches Baba Yaga, but now Baba Yaga's going to respond. Ray Blade of his own. And Baba Yaga is cutting through. Will just turn his attention to the Hazard. There is a rally out trying to slow him down, but he's put so much damage onto this Hazard. Sung'an is half health, but it's actually a Meng who falls first. Baba Yaga can't find the kills, but Rally gets his job done. Soak's Rally just didn't seem to provide the same sustain. It was going, it was running. But they win the big ult trade, Lazulli, and a chance to put their own meters on the board right now. Did have to use their own downpour in the midst of all of that. Probably a key reason why it was able to go their way. It's a little bit hard to see some of these downpour hits in the midst of it all. But now, overclock for Dice. Downpour for Aimeng. Great chance for Youngblood to come back into this one here. Just need to respect the DPS ults that are about to come online for them. It's Dice to kick us off with the overclock. Not too much to look at. Quick headshot onto Nujay, but no follow-up. Takes another one at Nujay. Nujay will get out though, and it's successfully disengaged that overclock. Now Nujay has his own overclock to respond with here. Aimeng's taking a lot of damage. Will downpour just to try and keep himself alive. Blade in the back from Solsei. Now he doesn't have to worry about downpour. Looking for the backline, but he just gets sandwiched between the Sojin and the Juno. Doesn't find the connect at all, and Lazulli blow their chance with these DPS ults. Nujay's good for a trade, but Genji will be back quick enough. We're actually looking for this Juno, right? So we should be okay. Oh! Good defensive wall from Sung'an just to help his Juno out of that one. And now Lazulli can try and retake space. They can contest this one fairly quickly. They've got the Ray, they've got the overclock, they've got the tools to do it. Lazulli are coming up to a pretty strong ult bank. Youngblood probably have to play this one slower rather than faster. And you can see him just playing it. Overclock will come out. Nujay's going to swing very aggressively, looking for it. He's found Dice already. He's found the Juno. Alright, nice and easy for them. Overclock push. Youngblood just a bit short on everything, you know. Youngblood wants to slow that fight down even more, give them a chance to charge up the rest of their ultimates. But Nujay's good for it, and now a chance for Lazulli to take the lead, and they've got this double support ult and the downpour to deal with. So it's going to be double support ult versus double support ult, downpour versus Blade. Is a downpour out from Sung'an? Does he find anything? Wait, is it deflected onto him? Actually, it's deflected onto him. Solsei's got into the back row and killed Fallen during all of this, so no chance. Soaks is going to rally, but the rally will go down. Disaster with the ults here from Youngblood, and they are forced to concede cap off the back of this as well. Lazulli have complete control. They have a rally to keep going. There's probably too many ults. Too many ults for them to deal with now. In terms of this Blade and this Ray, it's too powerful a combo. But they can just get meters on the board. Aimeng's going to get that pick for free. Now maybe Youngblood can... Actually, if Youngblood are good, they can not use any ults here. Sung'an's going to get caught in. Baba Yaga can wait for their team. And they get it for free. That opening pick is massive because it preserves Youngblood's ult economy to a huge degree. Now instead of using their ults to get out of their own side of the map, they can use their ults to add meters to the board. They can use their ults to add, to give themselves the cap. 4 ults now for Youngblood, a great situation. And Lazulli need to make this expensive or messy. So, make him use a lot of ults or get a few trades. They're going in now. Pressure onto Nujay immediately. Ray over the top. Blade comes through as well. No escape for Epic. He pops a rally. He bashes. Does he have a whip shot? No. Baba Yaga's got too much in him. They do get one trade onto the brig. They're looking for more. Aimeng's going to get... Aimeng's going to get a clean-up though. And one trade onto the brig. One of the more annoying trades you can get, honestly, but only one. And now they can start pushing for cap. Aimeng starting top right, has this downpour. Dice has the overclock. They can make this retake very awkward for Lazulli here if they want to go for full cap. Aimeng will be cleared out. Onto the low ground now. Surprise Dice is just on the low ground. He's not even popped the overclock here, so they won't get cap off of this. What are they doing, Youngblood? Hold forward, pop the overclock. Keep the space. Die for nothing? That should have been such a hard retake for Lazulli, but they just concede the space so easily, Youngblood. And Lazulli can count themselves fortunate for getting that one for such a bargain basement price. Now it's given them a chance to charge up their own ults as well, and Lazulli is starting to look pretty healthy in the bank. Both DPS ults, a Ray, a Downpour. Lots of good ways to combo this one, and Youngblood have no support ults of their own to respond with. Pushing forward. Trying to get Solsei top right, but Wall comes out. Now a chance to be more aggressive. Ray push onto the high ground. Downpour comes out, does catch Sui. The trades are good thanks to that downpour from Aiming. But Solsei still looking for more with the blade. Juno in the air, and Sungan will take him down. They're trying to live behind a little bit, steal a few more meters. Aiming will die on point. And Lazulli will be able to keep this robot moving forward. Downpour. Overclock available for Lazulli. Youngblood just have to make it work with their overclock. Honestly, the nature of overclock is if you click enough heads, you can get yourself out of a lot of situations, but an additional challenge for Dice, aka Casanova, to deal with here. Youngblood behind on meters as we start to enter this final 2.5 minutes as well. NewJ will start it off as well. Dice hasn't responded yet. Youngblood just want to cheat this one for free. They're trying to disengage. No great targets for NewJ, and now a much later overclock for Casanova. Walking back, looking for something, but the disengage is also good here. He's hitting a couple of body shots, but the push isn't really there with Youngblood, and both overclocks will be kited. Now Downpour is next up for Songan, but oh, the turn! Torpedo and dive comes through. Songan will catch that one. Looking for value in the back as Songan keeps going in. Rally comes out to keep himself alive here. Soak's trying to keep himself up. Pocketing Aiming as well. Rallies have been traded. Looking for his second bash timing here. We'll get a pretty big bash right now as this Ray comes through from Fulden as well. They're using these support ults, but where are the kills? Where's NewJ going? He's behind him actually. He's 1 HP. He's got the mini. He's going to try and get himself out of there. NewJ somehow has done a whole entire loop and been pocketed out of all of this. Unbelievable. NewJ's going to keep walking back, and somehow nobody's died. Nobody's died in all of this. NewJ just to rail into the masses there, and now Baba Yaga with the blade. Deflect comes out. Aiming's going to catch one. Baba Yaga will deal with the Sojourn. Will get traded, but a 2-for-1 trade for damage in theory should be done. And they can get themselves on the front foot, but now here come the trades. Lazulli wasting no time. Solsei will get stuck in a corner here. So he's actually going to Ray for this. It feels ambitious. Downpour will come out. Downpour catches all of them. They need the kills now, though. The Sweet's not died. There we go. Aiming just about gets it. The pocket is there for Aiming as well. And they will clean this one up. A bit of a hot take to invest for Ray at that point from Sweet to try and clutch this fight. That feels like a hot take from Shui to try and clutch that one. They had control of the map, control of the situation. Now they don't have control of the ult economy anymore. They're going to clear Aiming out as well. Forced to the low ground. They do get the cap. But how are they going to deal with these ults? Songan comes out with the downpour. Deflected again! Deflected again from Baba Yaga. And now the rally. That's how you deal with the ults. He sent them right back at him. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Youngblood will keep it going. And Lazulli, all of a sudden, surely another map can't slip through their fingers, right? Surely another map won't slip through their fingers. They're going to lose the lead. There's still time for Lazulli to fight. They've got DPS ults here. They're pushing into a Ray. Fallen with the torpedoes out. Relatively early, actually, here as the overclock comes around the corner. No Ray in response from Fallen. Is he holding it? He's going to use it now. Baba Yaga's awfully low. Needs to pocket him against the sprint. Can't save him from Epic. And now Epic is actually pushing onto the flank. They don't find any kills with this Ray. The blade from Solsei comes back in. Lazulli are not done with it yet, but not a lot of value. They might be able to trade their way up, but this is a scrappy fight. They need to keep their foot on payload as well. Dice will be juggled a little bit further in here, and he will fall surely. Solsei will deal with that one. Epic's going to rally for it as well, actually. Maybe he would have died if he didn't use it, but we really needed that ult to push with. They still need to win another fight if they want to win this one, Lazulli. And Lazulli have no ults to do it with now. Youngblood, they have the downpour, they have the overclock. Seen a few deflected downpours as we go. Need another one here as Dice is going to start it. Lazulli are trying to play it slow. Suivo doesn't realise Dice is swinging that way, completely unaware of him. And that's a massive pick. Sui was one of the closest ones to ults as well. They're still trading the player advantage for Youngblood right now. They need a miracle. They need something to go, but this downpour should be the finishing blow from Aiming. And somehow, someway, Youngblood win again. Come on.
我们那个今天的比赛
No, bro, it's not GG's.
所以
You
还
tell
有
him, Baba
下一张
Yaga.
图还没结束，还没结束。各位稍等片刻，还有一张地图，
All right, let's cash these spreads.
他们还有友情和羁绊。
Youngblood, Frio up, if you can believe it. I mean, I know we talk a lot.
马上回来。
I know we talk a lot about there
看看
being no
你们的
close Frios,
到底
right?
去到了什么程度？
But this is a close 3-0. This is really close. It might be a close 4-0. I promise you it was close. All right, let's get map 4 up. Let me go grab a drink really quick. I'll leave you with hopefully some banger music. And we'll be right back. Oh.
Now, let's move on to the iconic Gaming Trio. The Gaming Trio range has a rich history behind it, and it's well known for its performance and bold designs. Our newest RTX 50 series Gaming Trio graphics cards carry this torch forward, with a classic design, vibrant lighting emphasizing our signature Dragon aesthetic, advanced cooling technologies, and top-tier performance. They boast the latest Trifosa 4 thermal design from MSI, with 3 cutting-edge Stormforce fans and an improved heatsink. A meticulously crafted, waved curve 4.0 heatsink with precision-engineered angles and wave edges improves airflow and reduces turbulence, which enables better cooling efficiency and minimizes noise. The RTX 50 series Gaming Trio remains the ideal pick for those that want a great balance of performance and value.
最后第4张地图来到哈瓦那，这也是一张非常少见的选图了，在纯推车方面，想让 New Gens 来搬命了吗？来打到黑百合了吗？众所周知吧，这是一张比较适合黑百合的一张地图啊，长枪。拉祖里真的悬崖边缘了，每一张图都差那么一点点。我们看一下名单，还是没有任何的变化，就是场上这10个人打到底，打到死。
I'm back.
我们来看到卡斯诺瓦的锁截
Casanova stats.
16.3的消灭，平均每10分钟；6.3的最后一击，阵亡5.4，对英雄伤害量8497。在比赛里面，我们
Did I miss some good slot?
真的有非常多次先手的一个锁肩的击杀，在没有任何技能的帮助情况下，仅仅是通过了自己非常精准的瞄准，为队友打开了突破口。稳
Whoa!
稳的在
Thank you,
团队正
Khan.
中心。
Wow.
当
11
定
months.
海神针，
Jesus.
队友需要的时候打出击杀。
Some people are going to get up to a year soon.
拉祖里延续之前的策略，
Getting up to a year.
在辅助上4
Alright,
连
Lazulli. Are we going to Havana? And they're banning Zen.
而 Youngblood 直接
Sigma is
把
banned.
搬掉了。
So I think a lot of teams still
在哈瓦
looking.
那不准打 Sigma，
Yeah,
没有盾
unironically, San.
就来肉搏
Yes. Yes, they choked again.
想打小锤猪肉，我们今天奉陪到底。
Yeah, I mean, that was like,
应该
Youngblood should be given
还是
more credit for this one. You know, it wasn't a
还在
gift,
的阵
but
容啊。
they mismanaged for final situations. So, Havana now. Last time we saw Havana, it's been a while since we've seen it in sort of OWCS. We saw it in Calling All Heroes, and it was still actually the teams ran, even with Hazard Naval, they ran Sigma, Zen, PreGame, lots of these situations.
希望他们能够及时的调整过来啊，在场上面技术训练。
Obviously, a lot of these tools taken away. No Zen, no
但是
Sigma. Do they just run Hazard then?
这一方面其实是
What's the next best alternative? Maybe.
需要有人能站出来跟队友
Rhine? It could be. I mean, you're not actually a mile off here, Fish.
松岸说 No Sigma
What would Cloudy do?
然后
Sung'an says no Sigma ban. If you've not seen too much of Sung'an before, Sigma is probably the hero he's looked best on last year.
你打什么？
Aiming says he'll go Rhine.
已经非常
What will you do, Sung'an? Will he answer the call? What's HJ?
那我们来看看了。
I don't know. Will he answer the call? Aiming will do it. Will you do it, Sung'an?
你看得出其实还是挺放松的。
Hazard Jacks? Fuck. Half joking. I don't know what he's trying to say. Hopefully he answers the call and we get ourselves a Rhine mirror. Lazulli find themselves now in a situation where they have to reverse sweep. It's been one of the most unbelievable that Lazulli haven't got themselves a map so far in this series. But they haven't. They haven't. It's hard to argue that they have. And Lazulli with a lifeline. Remember, this tournament is single and limb once we get to playoffs. So this is Lazulli's tournament life on the line. The only Japanese team in the tournament. And no luck. No luck. They got Havana. They didn't protect Sigma. So now they can't put Sung'an on one of his best heroes. If not his best hero. They're going to have to come up with an alternate solution. And we'll see what they choose to do here. Lazulli are on the defense as well, so the heroes they leave spawn with are the heroes they're locked into, and it looks like Sung'an will just be going Hazard. So it looks like even when we got a map that should promote some variety. The bans are actually going to force us back onto a Hazard comp. I thought it was meant to protect us against seeing the same comps, but hero bans have unfortunately forced us back into this. But Amenga's on Rhine. He's good to his word. Interesting, we see Lucio Juno out of Lazulli as well, so obviously, I mean, very fast. Means the engages for Soulstay and Sung'an are going to be very aggressive. The distance they can cross is massive. But presumably a little bit vulnerable, and Ameng sees there's no Reinhardt coming out of spawn, so we'll go Hazard as well. Alright, closing the Preds. Closing the Preds. Dice is on Widow. No real fight's going to come in on this first corner, so Wild Dice, or aka Casanova. I need to start calling him Casanova. I'll use his proper name. Casanova. He's got a long sight line here, but once we get to this corner, this is where it gets really hard for Casanova to get an increasingly high value angle. But Amen's just going to go in and kill Nujay. All right, no problem, Ben. I guess you can just get picks. If your dive just works, you don't need to worry. Now Casanova can take a more aggressive angle. They're chasing out Epic. And it's a full disengage from Lazulli. They're trying to wait for their Sojourn to come back. And Youngblood looking. If they can find any more now, it's good. Nujay's going to be back awfully soon, though. So they're just going to try and take forward position, get Casanova a more meaningful angle. Nujay's going to slide across. They have managed to get themselves some space. And Casanova will be forced back now. Back to a more safe angle. Hazard trade in the front line. Ameng's on top of that one right now. But so hard for this Hazard Genji, even with the double speed, to close onto this Widow. You see them trying to do it, and actually, they just follow Solsei in. Youngblood know if they can keep Casanova alive, they can just bully him with this angle. And now, as they sucker him in, Baba Yaga will get on the back, but Epic is there with a peel. He gets shut down, and Nujay's actually won. He's pushed forward, and he's killed for Widow. They'll get the hold. And Lazulli with a bit of life just yet. Very tricky map for Hazard here, just because of how open and wide it is. You see Casanova going onto the Sojourn as well. And we'll get up to the ult portion of the fight. Downpour's going to be enabled. Ray's going to be online. Beat and Ratty going to come up too. But Baba Yaga is much closer to his blade, even though he missed the kill. Ray push comes in from Shui now, looking aggressively. Torpedoes all connect. They're all awfully low on Youngblood. With a disengage looks pretty reasonable. Ameng's still got a lot of block. He will get caught though. They do give a punish. But the problem with doing this on defense, where you go and you get the Ray push, is now you just enabled a situation where Youngblood, they just have Ray advantage. Fallen can just push with this Ray now, and Lazulli are forced to do something maybe a little bit wacky. Maybe hope Sungan can hit a downpour in all of this to stop them getting that Ray value. They're going to go aggressively again. Ray push around the corner from Fallen, but he swung so aggressively with it straight into Nujay. Beat round from Epic. It's a 1-for-1 trade as this blade comes through from Baba Yaga. Dashes into a lamppost, but the Ray cleanup is still enough. They're all going to get that value. And Youngblood do convert the Ray push in the end. That'll be first point. And we'll move on to second. And now, this part of the map, I think, feels a little bit better in terms of the distances and I guess the architecture that the Hazard can play off of. You can see Lazulli are going to start holding above them right now. A difficult position to dislodge. Rally in hand from Soaks as well to help him with this next push. Should be able to deal with this Solsei blade. If he saves his bash for it, saves his whip for it. Pressure on, Dash comes in, he spots an opportunity, Baba Yaga. He's forced back, overclocking response from Nujay. Doesn't find anything though, they've sort of gone in and scattered. Ameng might be in trouble, Rally comes out to save him, Soaks now pushing back through, but they've used this Rally. If Lazulli can live, then Solsei will have an opportunity. They need kills with it, but Soaks doesn't find anything with the bash. Now all eyes to Solsei, Blade is going to be coming back in, he needs to find it all over it. Whip shot is good, it dislodges him, or maybe it was the wall, something boops him. It's only a 1-for-1 trade, Shui has gone down, no chance for this next raid. Solsei's looking for more. Wall comes in. They've walled in Soaks. Soaks will fall. The control of the choke is powerful with this Hazard. These chokes on Havana, they're small chokes. The Hazard wall gets you a full wall off. And you see the power of it there, where Ameng just gets completely separated. And Lazulli get the hold. Looks a little bit sketchy when Sweet died and all of that, but they'll be okay. Rays will still be relatively equal here. Last time we saw Lazulli actually try and turn the corner first. First with the Ray. Currently Frio to Youngblood, but honestly, it's Frio Hadi, but it's been the closest Frio you could ever imagine. Holding out the choke, trying to shut down these doors instead. Ray's going to come through from Shui. They're going first again. Downpour comes out, but doesn't catch that much. Response from Fallen coming back in now later. Ray, but Downpour though catches everyone. They're going to get so much beat over the top. Make sure they're safe. They've still traded a couple of players though, but now player advantage, heal advantage. Wall denies Ameng's exit as well, and they should be able to get these kills. Trying to deny the Mega. Ameng is so low. He gets forced all the way out. Quarterfinals. This is the first day. There's going to be 2 games every day. This is the first game of 2 today. Alright, so now Youngblood have a pretty reasonable opportunity. Both DPS ults in hand. Solsei's getting close to his blade. Again, trades will be enough for defenders to stabilize here. Youngblood can kick this one off with the overclock if they want, and Dice is going to do exactly that. Looking for something, though. He's kind of just overclocked, and everyone's just walked away from him. He's just looking at a whole lot of nothing. Now it's just going to be a straight Blade v Blade situation, but Soaks is much closer to this rally. If Soaks can give a rally, they're in a great situation. Squeeze it, a spot of bother right now. Sunghan's going to try and relieve some of that pressure, and actually Nujay finds it, but Solsei comes in into the backline. Baba Yaga's going for it as well, but this rally from Soaks, is it enough? No, Solsei cuts through it. Aimeng is awfully low as well. Solsei's trying to play his life. Aimeng keeps pushing, but he dies for it. And Lazulli, they've dealt with this one. They can go clean up on point now as well. No escape for Fallen. And last opportunity for Youngblood. Shui's going to have Ray. Sunghan's going to have Downpour. Nujay's going to have Overclock. Surely an overwhelming ult back. That means Lazulli can't lose from this situation. They're going to go for a Lucio Genji flank here. Youngblood, they need a clutch. They're putting all their eggs in this Lucio Genji basket. Baba Yaga's going to dash in as his hazard gets the touch. Aimeng has this downpour shortly. Nujay can really just pop this overclock, honestly. Coming back through. Ray push comes through, catches it, deals with the flank threat right now. They have control of anything. Downpour comes out. Doesn't look like they found anything that meaningful. Nujay's also not found anything that meaningful with the overclock, so it's only a one-player advantage as a result of all these ults. They're going to take the ball on point now. Aimeng is getting shot from all sides. He'll get finished off. One more touch from Soaks, but it's a desperate situation. Fallen's close. He's close to the Ray, but he's closer to death. And a good hold from Lazulli in the end. Ooh. So, Lazulli have got themselves in a very good situation. First point will be the trickiest, but that wasn't a lot of distance on second. Is Soaks insane? He's just he's a world traveler, you know, a world traveler. Youngblood probably, I want to say maybe like third or fourth best team in China right now, potentially. He's played all right. He's played all right. Mostly been on Brig because there's been a Kiri ban, there's been a Lucio ban, so we've actually been in a mostly Juno Brig backline situation. He's played all right. Alright, so this time we're going to see, obviously Youngblood are on the defenders, so their heroes are locked. They're going to be starting with the Ana here. So normally Lucio Ana, we'd look at this and think, a little bit ropey, maybe the Ana's going to die a lot in these situations. But the same applies to Lucio Juno. But because this map is so big and so open, there's more of a chance they can get away with it. More of a chance. That is the baller, yes. Aimeng actually wanted to go Rhine. Oh, London Spitfire shout out. Cheers to that, Lazulli. Yeah, Aimeng wanted to play Rhine, but Sunghan wouldn't do it. Sunghan backed out of the Rhine mirror. But Aimeng, the Goat's master. No fear. Okay. So we'll just be a full mirror outside of no support picks. Cart will roll to his first corner. They're going to try and clear Sunghan out of here. Wall comes to try and help them clear that. But actually, the nade is good from Fallen. Catches Soul Save. And Lazulli will be pushed right back on this one. Soaks will live in the corner. They can even get a few late kills here. Clean up the backline too. So a nice, easy start. And look at this ult charge for Fallen as well. Already up to 50% of this. Nano very much feeling like it's going to be the first ult in this defense for him. Lazulli will set up to go again. Normally what you would do against the Ana is your Lucio and Genji would play very aggressive. But the problem is here, a little bit, is the Ana can just sit quite far back in a position that's hard for your Lucio Genji. So they're trying to clear space beforehand. They catch Baba Yaga actually, so they do manage to clear the space this time. Epic will be traded, but I think that's a more worthwhile trade for Lazulli. Aimeng is still in his top left corner. Nujay's going to challenge him, but don't challenge a hazard like that. We'll get pushed off. Aimeng now needs a lot of help to get out of this one. Has a wall he can use defensively soon, but spots an opportunity, tries to catch Solsei out of position. Boop him out of that cover, and now the Nano is available. Quicker downpour as well here for Aimeng in all of this, but it might just be a Nano hazard coming in as they try and turn the corner. They're giving a little bit of space here, Youngblood. Trying to sucker him into this Nano. It's going to be a Nano onto Baba Yaga, actually. Straight onto Nujay. No problems for him with this Nano. And Lazulli will be sent back into spawn. They do get the Genji trade. So it's a nice to have for trade. Means they can walk a little bit sooner. And now finally Lazulli, they're going to get to their ult timing. They're going to have this Ray to walk forward with, and they're not too far. They are behind on B, which is, maybe will be a problem. We'll have to wait and see. The Ray is very powerful though. Sweet's awfully low. Overclock from Casanova trying to find something. Disengaged mostly from Lazulli though, and now they can push with their own ultimates here. Got to be eyes on Baba Yaga to try and get something done with this blade. Sweet will swing aggressively with it. Ray will keep him alive. Torpedo connects onto Soaks, and no chance to blade backwards. And Baba Yaga is getting hard marked now. They beat in response to that blade, and Lazulli will be closing this one out. Looking for any of these chase kills as well. Disruptor shot out there. They can't catch Viana. They can't catch the Sojin. But they get full control. Sombra swap now coming out from Baba Yaga. Chance to go for the recontest here, but they're doing it into a blade, and Solsei's going to pull the trigger immediately. Blade will come right back out. Sleep doesn't connect. Aiming with the downpour now. Don't know if it catches anything. Downpour's coming back both ways. Sagan's going to kill one with it, but the damage might have been done. Lazulli, they don't get the final few meters. Overclock coming through from Nujay. He needs to clean these up. Above him, can't find a shot to dice. Just finish it. He's 70 HP. He's still got the hazard to deal with. He's still got a lot of things to deal with, and Sungan has 1 HP as well. The Nano comes out, and Aimeng will chase everyone away, and they get the hold. 35 seconds. One more chance for for Lazulli, and no ults to do it with. Didn't find the value there. Where is Baba Yaga? What is my Sombra doing? Baba Yaga's going to give Lazulli the opening. Is this the lifeline they need in this series? The reverse sweep has to start here. The nade is going to connect, but no follow-up onto Nujay, so he will be just fine. He has that full rail. Wall comes out for Aimeng to try and buy himself a little bit more space. They're trying to win this battle up top, but Solsei has gone too far. Aimeng is awfully low up there. Somebody else needs to get the touch. Baba Yaga straight back to the respawn queue. We're into overtime. Sung-An is naded. He's so low. Nujay is there, but Fallen's just gotten a safe angle, full pocketing. He's going to get walled off right now, but you can still see Aimeng, and he's just full pocketing him right now. Sui is getting closer and closer to the Ray. They've dealt with Casanova. The Ray is nearly there if they need it. They've lost Nujay though. They need the Ray. The nade comes out. Ray will be coming through. Shui and Soljay find one apiece. Solsei's back on Tracer, and the Ray will get him over the line. Lazulli, they're not out of this map yet. They're not out of this tournament yet. They get themselves 2.5 minutes. Youngblood now, remember, they didn't get all that far in this second point. The yellow box is kind of just to Sung-An's right now. Yeah, we go, just at the end of the corridor. Lazulli did have to burn the Ray for that, so they've only got the beat coming back. And Youngblood now getting up to this Nano, and this EMP, and this Downpour, and this Overclock. Lots of good tools to slow it down. You see Baba Yaga on about 80 deaths at the moment. Downpour comes out. Deflex is good there, so no value out of that one from Aimeng. TP and Cloak behind. And they have got regained control of the choke right now. Beat push coming in from Epic, just taking out one. It's only a 3-person beat, though. Can they find the value? It's a Nano Overclock from Dice, though. He's going to chew through that Lucio, chew through this Genji. And the Nano Overclock defends him from the beat push. Trades though, actually. Someone's going to get 2 back right in this. He will fall. They will be okay, Youngblood. But the Ana and the Sojin trade, annoying ones to deal with. And it did cost him a decent amount of ults. Downpour, Overclock, Nano all used in that, as Fallen will be making the Kiri swap as well. Only a minute 20 seconds left, and Youngblood, they still have this beat. They still have this EMP. Aimeng will keep point anchored for now, looking for this Lucio Genji flank. Sung-An's going to try and clear Aimeng out. EMP onto the backline though. Virus goes out. Any follow-up though? Baba Yaga, the EMP is coming through. Their Diver's still coming through. Defensive Downpour comes out. Suzu is just enough from Fallen, but it only saves them for a second. And now Lazulli, they have their opening. They need to chase down these kills. Dice with a big trade onto Shui. They can't really afford any more trades. Is Solsei okay? He's okay. Looks like he let go of his mouse for a second. And Lazulli, 40 seconds left on the clock. They have their chance. Soaks is coming back with beat. Nujay has the overclock. No ults yet. It's an aggressive beat in for Soaks. It's a 4-person beat coming back through. Epic's going to get deleted in that one. Lazulli will get full reset. And Youngblood have their foothold back on this choke. Sweet is getting very close on this Ray. Should have this Ray for the last fight. Ray was the end. The ending of... Oh, Baba Yaga, what's going on? Oh my god, the gifts are endless here from the Sombra. And now an opening. Sui has Ray. They can give themselves a point. Youngblood, they need a miracle. They need a clutch. Ameng has the downpour. Ray will be coming out round the corner. They've got all eyes on Ameng. Soaks his 1 HP. Downpour will come out. It does catch Sui. Can they trade for kill? They can trade for kill, but Ameng, the Ray damage is overwhelming. Dice has got one more trade. It's not over yet. Solsei pulls the blade. They're all queued up for him. They'll stay on cart. Solsei should finish this one. 3k with the blade. And Lazulli, they get themselves over the line. And they extend this series. 3-1. With a soft assist from Baba Yaga on the Sombra. Where am I going? Lazulli finally win a map. Alright, let's get the predictions up for the next one. Map number 5. Obviously, Lazulli win when you don't pred him. It's Sod's Law, right? I mean, it was coming. It was coming. They were close to the previous ones. And I don't know. I mean, I guess he swapped Sombra to come back fast that one time and then just got roped into still playing it, but I don't know. It was not a good look from Baba Yaga at all. And Lazulli get themselves over the line. The problem for Lazulli is what we've seen so far in this series is Lazulli, like, they really want, Sui just wants to play Juno everywhere. So they really want to play either Juno Lucio or a Juno Brig backline, and they don't want to play Kiri Lucio. I think they're a little bit worried now, and especially on a lot of the smaller maps, and maybe even in general, Kiri Lucio backline is better in this type of Hazard Genji mirror. As such, we've seen Lazulli spend their bans. They banned Kiri one map, they banned Lucio one map, and they didn't win those maps. It wasn't until we went to Havana and a slightly more difficult map to work with, to get value out of Kiri Lucio. Oh, more piano. We heard this song, no? I love that we get a little introduction, like the text at the bottom of the song, explaining about like the little trivia about it. This Danish piece is often used as background music for Chinese New Year events. Zhao Jing is now reinterpreting this piece at the Maison Murat in Paris, partnering with 11 top Indian musicians to celebrate Overwatch's return to China. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. The ending to this is actually always so hard. Mara is French? Oh, okay. This is fun, actually, isn't it? It's nice. I mean, it's not something I would have ever put together. You know, I never would have had this idea or expected it, but I like it. I think you're right, Trini. Almost definitely. Wait.
Last, the Ventus lineup. Our latest RTX 50 series Ventus graphic cards.
I don't know what server they're playing on. They have servers back in China now, though, no?
For gamers and professionals alike.
Like the game's just come back, I feel like. I don't know exactly when, but I feel like it's just back. Because when did this tournament start? This tournament, where am I going? Pro Chaser.
The Ventus series focuses on getting the fundamentals right.
Because they had a group stage as well. There's the group stage.
5.0 thermal design, a copper base plate, and core pipes for optimal thermals and performance.
Oh, wow, they actually had a Swiss stage in China. Are they using Korean servers, are they? Oh, okay.
The RTX 50 series.
Yeah, because they had a
Asus
Swiss stage back in
graphics cards
December.
are a great pick for those
Better
who
group
want a
stage
mix
at the
of
sort of end of December, start of January, and then obviously today's the first day of
You know what else
playoffs.
is a great pick?
Everyone
Our
loves the
segue
Swiss.
to a few words from Linus
Internationally
Sebastian
loved.
at LTT. Take it away,
Internationally
Linus.
popular. Back at it again. Well, let's read this time. You are now enjoying Spring in the North, with lyrics by Hiroshi Ikeda and music by Minoru Endo. The song describes the feelings of a traveller, like me, who, having left their hometown to study or seek work in a big city, just like me, deeply misses their homeland, just like me. After being performed by Masayo Sen, the song sparked a tremendous response and has been widely sung worldwide. Betula Azure Sky and South Wind, Magnolia Blossoms on the Hill, as comes the spring of the north. Indeed, the footsteps of spring are drawing closer. And so where is Zhaojing's hometown? Just like me. $150 ping for Sykes? That's not too bad, really, is it? I thought it would. Yeah, I would have thought it would be more. Yeah, I would think to Korea you'd get like 250 or something. So it's like the Asian version of Take Me Home Country Road. It might well be, yeah. Oh, he's in NA for collegiate. 150 still feels a bit low, but he's probably like sub 200 at least, maybe. Rek is playing. I know Rek went, because Rek's, is he in the UK for university? I presume he would be there right now, right? I don't know if like, has university started again for most places? I guess it varies university to university a little bit. But presuming he's started, then he'll be back there, yeah. It's pronounced as 3K. What does it mean, like? 3K? Honestly, I'm so bad. R3K? Oh, I see what you mean. I'm with you now. R3K. Eggs is our local pronunciation expert, as I don't actually know how to say words out loud. Which has been something that has only been proved tremendously true over the course of this year. The problem is as well, when chat, there's like an additional difficulty factor, because when chat tries to correct my pronunciation, the easiest way to correct pronunciation is I'll say it and you repeat after me. But unfortunately, we don't have that in chat. Maybe one day they'll add voice notes to chat, you know, so you guys can just leave me voice notes. But R3K, I can remember that though. That's fine. All right, Hinoka. This is going to be the first pick coming out of the side of Youngblood. Do you think voice notes are a good idea? I mean, it'd be funny for a while, but then I think it'd be like funny for like 10 minutes, you know, and then it would probably just get abused to all heck. You need to have like, it needed to be like subscribers only or something.
花岗打到女王的表现是还不错的。那我们对，而且他们赢下
Nah, it wouldn't be. I trust you lot. You lot are a good group.
唯一在竞逐杯拿下 once again 1分的，就是拉苏里在花岗。
We could get 10. Surely we get 10 minutes.
地图其实拉苏里应该还是有点信心的，而且。 说句题外话，花岗也是拉苏里的故乡。
What are the predictions saying? 60% Youngblood?
那要来看看。
I don't know. Lazulli have been close to him the entire time, but now I worry if I'm Youngblood, I'm just banned Juno or something. I just banned Juno, I just banned Brig. Maybe Juno's a more valuable one. Take it to like a very enclosed map, ban Juno or something maybe.
先来看
Now we're going to get the Juno comparison. Look at that heal gap from Fallen. Not a single final blow, unfortunately. Very few limbs, but Fallen has been healing their teammates.
只有在治疗量方面 ，Fallen 做的会优秀特别多，但是在其他方面，我们可以看到
the ultimate zone is massive though for Shui. I guess is this in the series? Is this for Havana? I guess Fallen didn't play that much Juno, right?
朱诺非常流畅，非常简单的一套连招。
Like I feel like maybe these are slightly misleading stats. Because how much Juno did Fallen actually play?
这是一个
Because he played Anakiri on the defense, right? So it's only like just the first round.
回复的同时，自己还要负责一定的伤害。来了 ，Youngblood 的先手ban，你喜欢打猪。
Either way, Hinoka and Youngblood are doing that Juno ban just as we expected.
到我们了，不让 ban。
Lazulli though, back with that hazard ban. Now we have had hazard banned in the series so far. Keep your eyes on these little coloured icons, which these coloured icons I really like them. I think they're really clean and a really useful way to interpret the information of the previous bans. Like unironically, I might actually send this to Blizzard. It's actually so useful to have stuff like that. But yeah, this ban feels like it makes sense. The counter hazard ban, I do quite like. Last time we saw a hazard ban, we saw Junker Queen versus Mauga with Ameng playing the Mauga and Sungan playing the Junker Queen. Now, this is a very small map as well, so I think, again, if I put my thinking cap on and think about, was this a good decision by Youngblood? I think 100%. Juno ban, take us to a pretty small map, take us to a really brawly map. So, yeah, expect Lucio Kiri, and then maybe there'll be a Junker Queen versus Mauga matchup again. In stage 3 group stage, both Lazulli and Youngblood had a win rate of 50% on Hinoka. Oh. Good stats. Honestly, good on you, Pro Chaser. The HUD's clean. The graphics have been clean. I've the production, the sort of like halftime ad break stuff has all been really clean. Unbelievable, actually. Really like it.
DPS Casanova 的死神，这一次用到的是。那要来看一下拉朱里使用了布里安娜第一把。
Alright, sorry, I was locked out for a second, but I'm locking him back right now. Closing the predictions.
那就来吧，等进了。
Thank you, Light. GG. Come on, Sunan's on Diva, Ameng on Mauga. Youngblood are in an all-in aggressive comp. Sungan's just gonna kill Dice though. Casanova. See you later. And that's a nice easy start for Lazulli. They're still holding this position on the high ground to Youngblood. So if I'm Lazulli, let's go get him. Let's go get him. Let's get a nade timing. Let's see what we can get. Pressure coming in. And Casanova will be back soon. Ameng's going to go for the dive in. Catches the slam onto Nujay. Pocket is there. Full matrix for Sungan to keep him alive. They're trying to get back in the room. They're all back in the room. But Ameng's now in the room too. Huge stomp comes through. Dice. Baba Yaga trying to flood through and get the damage. But they just hold sturdy. Another stomp comes in from Ameng. Suzu to keep him alive. And Ameng actually just 1v5s in this room as Mauga. Every stomp was massive from him. We've seen him slam on Ball. Now we've seen him slam on Mauga. And it looked like Lazulli, early opening pick. Looks like they survived that first stomp timing, but Ameng gets 2 further stomp timings. And that'll be the first cap for Youngblood as a result. But Ameng, oh no! Oh no, the matrix on him. He gives and he takes. It is an early death though, and point isn't unlocked yet. So Ameng will get to respawn, and he will have Cage coming back for this one as well. They're holding very aggressively here. Nujay wants this early damage onto the Mauga. Obviously, the Matrix gives him a bit of a kill timing of a Mauga to eat the overdrive self-healing, eat the Suzu. Soaps is going to get caught. Nano and Nade comes out onto Nujay, just trying to burn back onto the Mauga. Ameng is asleep right now. Sunjan has cleaned them all up. Ameng has no chance to use his Cage. And Lazulli, defensive Nano onto the Cass. Nice little setup. Feels pretty reasonable, doesn't it? We saw Ameng trying to land onto the Cass. On the first point, he got him pinned in a room. On this point, able to play the space a little bit better, Shui. Obviously, Sui was one of these players who has been target banned essentially with that Juno that he always likes to play and has been forced to flex onto Viana. Now the stomp comes in as well. Nujay will roll forward, gets himself out of there, but he is separated from his team. Solsei comes in with a blade, but has found nothing. Defensive beat from Soaks just to make sure nobody dies now. But they need more kills really out of this. They've just gone back to point instead. So they've traded this blade for, or this beat for both DPS ults, which is probably fine in reality for Youngblood. The first point's now unlocking. Lazulli will be able to recontest. Songan has the bomb to keep going as well, and Epic nearly has this beat. Nade onto Baba Yaga will be cleansed. Now pressure onto Solsei. Songan is trying to help back through. Shui has been killed in the backline by this Reaper Mauga. Duo though, Songan still diving in, looking for more. Aming's trying to deal with this Kaz. Will be good for the stomp. Songan chooses not to bomb in this one. And that'll be the middle point going back the way of Youngblood. And they will retake this one. Yeah, it's push/clash are combined. It's same as OWCS. So push/clash are combined, and hybrid/flashpoint are combined. So pretty much the same rules as OWCS. Alright, now a chance to attack again. Onto this D point. Kitsune rush round the corner from Fallen. Looking for it. Blade comes out. Beat will be responded with by Epic. Solsei was nanoed in all of that too. So they've dealt with Kitsune rush. They've dealt with the Blade. Solsei can't find any follow-up with this nano though. So they've held a little bit of a space. But Youngblood, they only lose Dice. So they can recontest this one. They're just going to wait a little bit for Dice to come back. And then they can go. They have this Blossom. They have this Beat to come back with soon. Aiming's going to go get the touch. Looking for the stomp in. Doesn't find anything. High Noon in response. Deflect though. Shoots himself in the head, Nujay. And oh no. A disaster for him. Just don't press the button. You can see him. Just don't press the button. Couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. And now Youngblood get a 3-1 lead. Remember, only one map away from winning the series, Youngblood. Recontest comes in from Songan. Does have a bomb to sort this one out as Sui has also made his well onto the Kiri. They're pushing forward with this Blossom instead though, and Solsei is going to get beamed down by that one. The DPS have died, so Songan, he can get the touch for a little bit longer. He's even killed Soaks, to be honest, but they need so much more. The bomb will be coming out. Does get back into mech Songan, but he's the last one alive. So it's just going to be a wasted bomb in the end. They will cap D, and now they can push forward to the final point. Quite often you'll see teams not invest fully in this final point in terms of ultimates. But I look at Youngblood's ult economy, the Kitsune Rush, the Cage, the Blade. They could just win this map right here, right now, I really feel. Because Solsei has the Blade, that's really hard into Cage. Epic nearly has the Beat, but again, into a Kitsune Rush Cage, it's not a lot. Mauga swap as well from Songan. Diva not working. Youngblood. Oh my god, Nujay's just going to get caught early. Now the Blade over the top. This will force for Kiri cooldowns. B comes out in response. They're looking for it, but the Cage has come down. They're just trapped in the Cage. Nowhere to go for Solsei. And this will be at least one tick, potentially game for them. Because they have to come back with a desperate recontest. Tried to triple blink for the touch, didn't get it. They're going to swap to Basti and Doom. Desperation time as they come flying back in. They have a huge respawn advantage if they can find kills. Nujay gets one of them. Now trying to beam down onto Dice, but they're losing people. Someone else has to get the touch. Out of form timing now is Nujay. So he is just a very vulnerable little robot. And Youngblood will win this one dominantly here. 4-1 in the end. Youngblood take it. GG's in the chat. And it was, yeah, I mean, that was probably the most one-sided of the maps we've seen, honestly. I think good map selection, good bans coming out from Youngblood once they finally got the opportunity, and they used it to close the series there. So yeah, fair play to them. They get themselves into that semi-final. If we look at the bracket as well, there's already a team in the semi-final from finishing, so they'll be playing Team XX in the semi-finals, which is this team, couple of Korean players, Blink and Argon. Not a lot of players I'm honestly super familiar with this here, so we'll see this matchup tomorrow with Team XX. Oh, Casanova player of the match. 800's pretty well known. The tank player, right? Because there's another team that I think we're going to see now, right? Yeah, Ice Flame of a team that probably have the players I'm more familiar with. like Bilideng, Lengsa, Jinmu, etc. So a bit more familiar with these players, and they're going to take on 99 Divine, who obviously, if anyone watched any Pacific last year, you'll be familiar with a lot of these players.
来看刚刚的精彩镜头，应该说整场比赛的精彩镜头。
Yeah, so I'll get that replays up while we wait. Alright, yeah, pretty good series. Ice Flame going to play next against 99 Divine. So probably the second best Chinese team in Ice Flame, I'd say, versus the best team, or one of the best teams from Pacific. I can't remember exactly how did it finish last year? Did it finish with 99 Divine on top? Can't remember. Oh, Cold J is coldest as well. Oh, okay, yeah, that rings a bell. Bleed one, no? Maybe it was Bleed. I mean, I can literally fact check it. I think you might well be right, though, Chabba. Where are we going? 99 Divine. Oh yeah, Bleed one in the end, 4-2. Oh yeah, there we go. Nighttime Divine won the upper bracket final, then Bleed came back strong. Yeah. You think Team XX is better than Ice Flame, to be honest? Oh really? I mean, I'm not as familiar with Team XX, so you might be right. We saw a bit of like, I don't think it was this exact team. I think it was Jimmy and Jinmu, but we saw a version of some of these same players together in Aurora Cup. But yeah, I'd cop it. I'd cop it. But obviously Team XX did technically also get to the semi-finals, right? They won their group and beat Ice Flame in the process. So maybe you are just right. The facts do seem to line up with your version of events rather than my own feelings about it. Are most of these teams going to be in OWTS China? I don't know exactly. So one thing that's true about China, because China they've only just got the game back. God bless them. They've only just got the game back. So OWCS is going to happen in China, but it's all going to start much later. While we have the open qualifier for North America and EMEA happening this weekend, and the regular season starting on the 31st, and then in Korea, Pacific, and Japan, all the action starts next week, right? I think on the 24th. Maybe, at least Korea does. For China, I think they have to do an open qualifier. I think they've maybe got registration open already. But I think we won't see OWCS China until like March or something, you know? Like it'll be a while. It'll be a while until we see them. So honestly, it might line up quite nicely because we'll have North America, Korea, and EMEA happening through February and early March. And then China will kick off as well, right? So we'll get almost like a steady stream of Overwatch, hopefully. I mean, I don't know, and I don't think anyone knows exact dates yet. But I don't know exactly, Foe. China Open is going to start with the servers open, which is Feb. Yeah, I think it'll be later than that because they have to remember for China they're gonna have to do qualifiers and stuff as well. So maybe qualifiers will start in Feb, but the actual like regular season, I don't think. Oh, is that Supreme? I need to consider your age. Are you emergency sub for Ray Momo? You can do it, Supreme. 28? Supreme, this is a fine age to play. You are 5 years younger than me, Supreme. There's no problem. No problem. Jaehong did it Jaehong was 5 years older too when he played. No problem. Is Ameng 28 as well? Yeah, Ameng's 20. Exactly. Ameng just won. No problem. You got it. Good luck, Supreme. Is Hunter still on 99? No. No, it was only for the end of last year. How old is Moon? I think Moon is like closer to my age. Oh, Moon's older than me. Grandad Moon. He's 35. Oh, wait, you can't. Oh, sorry. I forget my cam's in the way here on Wikipedia. Soon? Yeah, Soon's got to be. Soon's been around. Yeah, Soon's 30. He looked much older than you. Thank you. Russia's 38. Fuck. I mean, we've reached that time, haven't we? Overwatch has been around a while, you know. Got some veterans in the scene. Look at the substitutes on... Let me get back. On what? Team XX. Who's the substitute? Pity and... Chinese Yazan?
OK，
I thought Sykes playing with Aiming was a surprise.
我们跟选手要稍等一下，
Is
要
strong suspicion it might be a different
我们还
person
是
here,
来
you
说
know.
一下今天这场比赛吧。就怎么说呢？我们可以看到拉祖里真的在自己能先手扳的情况下，他们对自己家的
China on top.
的保护
They're back.
4张
They're so back.
辅助连扳，保护自己家输赢的这个朱诺的做法。但是很可惜的是 ，Youngblood 看穿了这一点。
Is it like a name of a character or something?
在 Youngblood
Like from like a TV show or an anime or
第一
something?
时间就把拉祖里的朱
Or
诺
is it
干掉
just
了。然后我们也能看到拉祖里在失去了朱诺这一套之后，他们卢肖物质的熟练度确实没有他们
Wait, how do I even spell it
带朱
correctly?
诺的这一套那么高啊。那我们
Why
来
is
先
it
看看赛
NSA?
程表吧。Youngblood 今天
Don't think so.
赢下
Oh, yeah, actually,
第一场
all of the results
拉
are
祖里
actually
就很
are
厉
just
害
about him.
淘汰了。那 Youngblood 明天对阵到的就是我们的 Team 叉叉。
Okay.
OK，好，我们好像选手已经到了。
I don't know why he's got named him
Hello，
after him
等了吗
then.
OK，那还是先恭喜你们赢得了今天的比赛啊，也恭喜你赢得了今天的 MVP。那想请问一下，凯斯诺瓦今天比赛压力大不大？在赛前有针对对手做什么
I
准备
mean, it might be.
压力的话不是很大吧？
We're getting an interview, but
该做的准备都做好了。
I'm gonna have.
对
I've got
对
zero
方
translation
希望
for
玩什
you.
么
Where's
我们
Chrissy when we need him?
就是都有去思考到吧，也不是很大压力其实。
哦，OK，那想请问一下凯斯诺瓦，就你们下一场要面对的就是 Team 叉叉了。那 Team 叉叉也是种子顺位比较高的一支队伍，也参加了那么多届竞逐杯了。那你们明天面对到 Team 叉叉，你们是否有信心呢？那你觉得 Youngblood 比起 Team 叉叉优势在哪里呢？
Team 叉叉我们之前也打过嘛，
嗯，
既然已经走到这里了，肯定就不存在什么其实没有那么大差距，我觉得我们的优势在于。我说不上来优势，但是我知道我们有优势。
OK， 好，没问题。OK，
True, it's fair.
我有些东西也不能说嘛，对不对？免得对手准备了。好，那最后想请问一下，就是参加竞逐杯有什么感受可以跟大家分享一下吗？还有就是我们也是知道支持 Youngblood 的观众粉丝也是非常多的，是想知道 Casanova 能不能对屏幕前的观众粉丝说几句话呢？
好，
It's a good question.
非常感谢大家对我们的支持，真的非常非常感谢大家。然后我在竞逐杯这个赛场上打的真的是特别特别的爽，也感谢赛事方能给我们这样一个舞台，让我们展现自己。我是觉得真的是一个很棒的舞台，真的很爽。如果你们想打，下一届也来打。
OK， 好，那谢谢 Casanova 接受我们的采访。
I don't know if I agree, but you know,
你们赢
each
得
their
今
own
天的比
opinion.
赛啊，感谢。
好，谢谢，
好，
感谢大家，感谢大家。
好，那我们今天第一场 Youngblood 对阵拉祖里的比赛到此就全部结束了。那在比赛结束的时候，我们还是要感谢一下我们的赞助商，欢迎各位英雄回家，守望先锋国服2月19日荣耀回归，快去官网预约参与英雄集结活动吧！关注官方小程序，还有好礼相送，参与回归活动即可免费获取满级神话皮肤和超多个性化物品。回归福利多多，千万不要错过！守望先锋期待每一位英雄的归来。未来以来，武力全开，微星 RTX 50系列显卡助您竞逐荣耀之巅，遇事不决迫击炮，加零上刀锋，打游戏选微星主板。那我是解说帽子，今天第一场比赛就到这里结束了。
Good luck tomorrow as well, of
观看
course.
那下一
Congratulations.
场 Ice Flame 对阵9阶迪拜，会由大兵来为大家带来解说。
All right, that was the end of the interview. Don't know what he's saying, but I agree. Just politely nod, you know, politely nod. Dice go. Viril Casanova. I mean, I don't know. Like, the, to be fair, like, the Colosseo comeback was really good. The Suravasa one, I mean, it was good once it happened, but the C9 was an incredible C9, really. Incredible C9 on Suravasa, too. And to let him back in on that map. But the comeback on Colosseo was more reasonable.
每个故事都在讲述英雄们的
Alright,
光
I'll turn
辉
this
事
down because
迹。
we're just gonna get a short
那些强大的
Baba Yaga. Just keep him off Sombra,
那
Soaks.
些东西的人
Keep him
们
off Sombra.
各自领域的英雄吗？而我就想成为这样的英雄。并不是所有的问题都可以靠锤子和工具解决，凡事总有例外。
Alright, should I give the predictions up for the next game as well?
为他们修
It
理
was,
装甲
we should look at the fixtures while we got a bit of downtime too. So it's 99 Divine versus Ice Flame, isn't it? Yeah.
如果能和他们
I'll leave the
并肩
rosters
战
on
斗
screen while I
我
figure
就可
this
以帮
out.
他们挡住敌人的攻击，
Mm-mm-mm.
或许还能防止
Map
他们
number one.
伤害到自己。
99 Divine
我
Ice
是 PreGame 领头，
Flame.
我会成为他们的护盾。
I'll put like loads of time on this one because I don't know how much downtime is going to be between it. Ooh. Ice Flame is insanely good. Might be hard for 99 Divine. Yeah, we're hoping it's a good game. 99 Divine have always been like a pretty solid team. But Ice Flame, there's some like really nice like Jinmu, Lengser, Billideng. I'm a big Billideng believer. I've only seen a little bits, but I'm a big Billideng believer.
大家都把它叫做 Hammond。虽然经过基因改造以后，他的个头长大了许多。
Top 3 tank? Yeah, I think so. I think he's really good. Like maybe if Late Young still plays or something in OWCS, there's like a bit more competition alongside Gushue, but I think Billideng looked really good when I saw him. So excited to see him play again today. Alright. So if you haven't seen this as well, no English broadcast for Korea, but me, Hunter, and Avril, we're going to have drops. We don't have drops for the first weekend, but we have drops for the weekend after that and for the rest of the year. So me and Hunter are we're gonna reunite. We're gonna reunite, and we'll be back to bring you all the action from Korea all year. Do you know if anyone will do Japan or Pacific? Hopefully Avril does, because I know Hunter's not planning to, and I'm not planning to either. So hopefully Avril is able to do that one. So there's like at least some English broadcast for it. I've not spoken to Avril about it specifically though. But fingers crossed. But me and Hunter will be very much focusing on Korea. It's time to go to school, Soaks. Get a quick quarterfinal in before school. Good on ya. Have fun at school. Yeah, he did. You're right, Macy. He did last year, so I'm hoping he's good for it again. They got a new picture? Well, I sent him this one. Like, look. So, they obviously messaged me and Hunter were talking and they both messaged us, right? And they messaged us saying, do you have a picture we can use? And I'm like, I don't really have a picture. Like, that recent. And neither does Hunter. All Hunter has is this, like, this photo. I took this photo of Hunter, of him holding the trophy. I take a photo. I don't zoom in enough. His eyes are closed. I only take one photo. There's your photo with the trophy, mate. I sorted you out here. So Hunter immediately uses that one. And then I send him the fucking TVNT hands photo immediately. And then originally, they send it back to us, right? They send it back to us. And they've like zoomed in on my face, you know, so it's just like not exactly that, but you know what I mean. It's like just my face. Then so I message him back saying, "Can you zoom it out a bit more so you get the hands in? You need to get the hands in." And then Hunter messages me saying, "Oh, I just got the picture through from the guys, but they zoomed in too much on your face. So I asked them if they could zoom out to get the hands in." And I was like, we've got one fucking brain cell between us. We both know what's up. We knew what we were doing, you know. You can see that Avril's got like the professional photo ready to go from him doing some desk work. And then you've got the fucking boys at the end So yeah, that'll be happening. We won't have drops on the... So this all kicks off on 24th, right, with Korea regular season. We won't have drops on this first weekend, but they have given me some codes to give away for this first weekend. So maybe we can figure out a good way to give away codes, right? That's something we've done on this channel before. We can do it, right? We've got a few ideas. For an Anamythic. Does anyone want... Would people be interested in an Anamythic? Any kind of value in that for people? You get, I guess. For Gun of the Skin? I don't know. They've not sent me the codes yet. They've just said... Just 50... Oh, Mythic Skins. Mythic Skins. So that seems pretty good, right? That seems pretty good. They've given us quite a few as well, and I've got codes left over from last year in OWTS games as well. So we've actually got so many codes, guys. We've actually got so many codes. We don't have the codes yet. We have the codes for next weekend. Codes for next weekend. What else is there to talk about? There's obviously the matches. I've not looked at the matches yet. This is for EMEA later. If anyone's interested, the open qualifiers for EMEA are still happening. We're in the second day of Swiss. There'll be 3 more rounds tonight. The Ultimates against Lauren's team. That's kind of like broadly interesting. EXO versus Streamlight. I mean, EXO should win that one. Maybe Team Skyle versus the Imperial could be quite fun, actually. Don't know if any of these have... Maybe Sakura versus... Actually, Sakura versus Team Peps, no? Sakura is Hitori's team, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, Hitori... Yeah, this is going to be a good game, no? Yeah, that'll be a good one. SRP check versus Gas Tier 3. That could be a pretty decent one as well. I think I'm probably still more Sakura Peps build, honestly. But alright, that's some decent fixtures to start. So I'll be back at 5 o'clock UK time for the EMEA coverage as well. We're going to be doing more just watch along with streams for today. And then what happens at the end of today is we get our top 16 teams from Swiss that go into a double elimination bracket on Saturday and Sunday. Then on that Saturday and Sunday, I've revived him. I brought him back to life. Hunter will be back. The return of Max. He'll be back. And we will be casting all the double elim on Saturday and Sunday. We've got an observer in lobby as well, so we will be delay free. And we'll bring you a pretty good show. A pretty good show. So stay tuned for all of that. Lots of stuff to come. Feel free to bring him back to not being alive as well. Come on. Surely there's a few underheads in here somewhere, right? There's got to be a couple. Yeah, we still got another match. We got Ice Flame against 99 Divine, which actually, on paper, probably the better match of the day. So I'm keen for it. Also, wait, is Alpho here? Alpho! He never responded to me. And for those who don't know, Alpho is our editor for Uncoachable. We recorded Uncoachable earlier this week. We recorded it, I want to say Wednesday. We recorded Uncoachable Wednesday. So that should be coming out maybe tonight. Maybe tonight on Patreon. Maybe tonight on Patreon. And then full release tomorrow night. And we talk about a lot of the rosters that have been announced already. We talk through some of that. And we talk about the partner situation. I know there's been a lot of talk on social media, on Reddit, on Twitter, all these places about the partner situation, what happened. So we kind of give some of the information we know on what happened in both EMEA and North America with some of partner spots, which maybe shed a little bit of a light on that. So stay tuned for that episode where we'll explain some of that. Yeah, it should be good. Should be good. Like a big week of content as we start and ramp up. I'm also doing interviews with all the teams that have been announced, and I'll keep those ones coming. I've got one of them out already with Chris Tieffer. If you type !new vid, you will in fact get that video. You can watch it now if you want, or you can watch it later while you wait for EMEA. So that'll be really good. It's not a clean feed, Zelko. Don't worry, I can't leak it. But yeah, new head coach Chris Tieffer of the Ultimates. Interview with him. I've got more interviews coming as well with all of the major teams, not just the partner teams, but all of the teams with like a significant roster, essentially. You know. So stay tuned for all of that. I'm of course, out of respect, waiting for the teams to announce their teams first before I post these interviews. So wait for that, and then every time there's a roster announcement, hopefully I should have an interview video to follow and all of that. SRP, no SRP check interview, unfortunately. Maybe if they get top 8, maybe, you know, but they gotta get in there first. I don't have an interview ready to go, Haddy. None of them are ready. Don't say that. Don't say that. They're not ready. And then what else have I missed? Oh, if you missed any of the action yesterday, Haddy reminded me. I've not done a Nightmare interview yet because I think that only sort of came together last minute, but I'll get Nightmare in as well. Maybe I'll talk to who I talk to. I won't. Ollie won't do it. Maybe I'll talk to Zira actually. Zira's a good guy to talk to. But yeah, that's what Haddy reminded me as well. If you want to watch any of the Swiss action that you missed, maybe especially the Ultimates playing Al Qadisiyah, free map banger in the Swiss. That is on my YouTube now. If you type !YouTube, it's on the VODs channel. That was a hell of a game. I casted it with Haddy. It was honestly the first meeting between those teams. Go follow that VODs channel as well, because that VODs channel is actually going to be massive this year, I think. Because bear in mind, because there's no official English language broadcast for Korea, I'm going to work really hard to get those matches uploaded as fast as possible, turned around. So follow that channel. All the Korean action, all the Korean action will be up on that channel. We'll turn it around really fast so you have access to the YouTube VODs and stuff. And obviously we'll do it all live on Twitch. Do I know what else is massive? I've not found out yet, Haddy. I'm sure I'll find out eventually. Are you going to do Japan and Pacific? Probably not. It's just, there's a few other projects I'm working on in terms of content. And because I'm going to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Korea, EMEA, and North America, which is quite a lot, I'm going to, something has to give, essentially, right? So Japan and Pacific have unfortunately fallen to the bottom of that pile for me. So hopefully Avril still does them, so there is still like an English language broadcast. But yeah. Yeah, so hopefully between us all, should be good. Thank you, Red Eyes, for Haddy. Cheers to that. Why do we keep giving money to the 1%? Haddy's not the 1%, guys. Haddy's a hard-working, you know, a working class, pull up his bootstraps kind of guy, you know? Look in YouTube chat, they have a transcription of your... Wait, did you see this? Wait, I don't know if this happens to you, Haddy. Wait, let me see if I can find it. That's going to be quite far away now. Do you ever get it from Saudi fans, Haddy? Will they just call you bold all the time? Like, look at some of these translations. Okay, yeah, so this competitive Overwatch account in Arabic account. post about my interview with the Ultimates, because obviously the Ultimates is a sorry, I'll tell you guys as well. You guys enjoy it as well. So then I get some responses, obviously in Arabic, which I don't understand. So I was like, I'll translate them. You translate it. Oh wait, no, this was a different one. There was one before this. Hold on, let me keep going. This one. Okay. Here we go. The food appeared before all. Happy with that. And then some more comments. What are people saying? My bold history? Why does this stuff just it just transcends language barriers? The only one I respect more than Bren? And then this last one made me smile. May God not leave us alone, my bold one. It's such a more poetic language than English, you know, when it's translated. But some things just translate language barriers, hey, I guess. I don't know if I got any other good. I think that was all of them. And then, yeah, this was the announcement. Salute from Frothy. Cheers, Frothy Philly. Frothy Philly just... every season. Hopefully Dilducks get top 8. They could squeak it, I reckon. What's this about? Oh, is this about the Ultimates game? Oh, yeah, link to me. Cheers. These guys love me. Dilducks are 3-0. Oh, yeah, we still got some time, right? There's still... We're just watching Stalker 2 right now. Let's look at these are the North America standings. Rad, 3-0. Dilducks, 3-0. Supernova, 3-0. Nightmare Rotation, 3-0. Hanbei, 3-0. Cobra Kai. Is Cobra Kai, is this Nightmare, essentially? Oh, no, sorry, I'm muddling up names here. This is the Rocket Cap team. So they're 3-0. Hanbei's team, obviously Nightmare Rotation is the one-trick version. Oh my god, what a giant roster. Haddy spotted. Hanbei, this is like Juby, False, a few of the old Luminosity fellas. We're going to Nepal, actually. As a fucking army, it's a big one, isn't it? Oh wait, we're going. Alright, let's lock in. We can come back to that later, but yeah. Nightmare went 2-1 because they lost to Rad. Oh, really? That's actually a huge upset. Which one was Rad again? Is this the Nenwai team? Or am I muddling again? I'm actually just... all these North American rosters, I can, like, picture them, but I can't... I've not associated the name with it, yeah. But yeah, Painkiller Piece, Chronic, Zeb. I mean, this is a good team, actually, isn't it? You know? I think it's still a pretty big upset, I think, actually. Like, it's a decent, like, that's a decent lineup on Rad, but I feel like Nightmare should actually be, like, hands down the third best team in the region, honestly. Behind the partner teams. I heard this, I heard. It's alright. R3K, Supreme, for those who don't know, yeah, this is exactly right. Supreme is their 28-year-old manager, last-minute emergency sub. I'm glad that Hot J, that Cold J, has also tagged up in-game as Hot J as well. And Jinmu was tagged up as Pro Tiger. Alright, let's see it then. Nighttime Divine with a last-minute emergency sub. But we're going to Nepal. Echo and Doomfist banned. So, everyone's going to probably mostly get to play what they want off the back of that. Jinmu taking this early left-hand angle. Just trying to force away R3K. Bully them back from point. Nighttime Divine on a Juno Kiri version of the comp. Dive comes in to clear this space, and now Ice Flame have gained control of this right-hand side. Can they find their next dive? Only onto the Malga so far. Billiding has gone in quite deep. They've lost Lexer in all of this, but the wall is good, actually, causing R3K a real problem. They just about get R3K out and hit the Suzu. Ace trying to deflect, and Billiding actually dies chasing that kill. Now Zessin camping the exit. Body shot onto Kaka. They will be forced all the way back. Burst fight for Way of 99 Divine. No problem for them. Emergency sub or no emergency sub? Zessin's going to be pushed out of this far right side. They're actually just trying to rotate completely here, so Zessin actually has to be really chasing Zessin. There's just no help for Zessin. 99 Divine have pushed the other side at the time. R3K is kind of just anchoring point against no one. 99 Divine get themselves in a bit of a muddle here. And now their backline's in big trouble. Kaka just chasing this all down. And 99 Divine, just no response to that rotation around the map from Ice Flame. Too slow to set themselves up, too slow to find something else, and that'll be a very, very easy retake for Ice Flame, all things considered. They're chasing for more kills as well, but Zessin is safely back with their team. And now Ice Flame a chance to hold close. A lot of ults coming up their way. R3K will take the first space. We're going to use Ray to start it. Kitsune rush in response with a Ray's moving to point. Downpour catches them though. Suzu keeps Ace alive. Double pocket too, so they survive that one. But no, Billiden keeps on coming. Player advantage, but they've got themselves on point. R3K tries to turn itself back in. It's a little bit alone now, not too much to shoot at. Wants to hunt down this Genji. Lots of damage on point. Billiden no escape. The beat not in time for him as well. Ice Flame will keep the push going. Jimmu connects a rocket from downtown. They turn their attention onto R3K on point. But R3K's run out of there. Ice Flame still have the point. Now the barrage comes in, but it doesn't find anything. So Kaka's going to try and finish it with the blade. Supreme is running. Deflect comes out. He can't find too much damage. There we go. Eventually, Kaka and Length are getting that one over the line. But cost him a lot in the end, Ice Flame. And it's not quite over yet as R3K still floating around. We'll get his Sojourn out of there now. But now it's a very expensive one for Ice Flame. They had to invest a bunch of ults there to make up for Billiden dying. So now they're going to have to try and hold close. We're going to try and force some of these ults out early. But R3K has the cage. The problem with cage is hard to disengage because you get locked up. The blade from Ace to start though forces for Suzu some good damage. But no follow-up. The blade gets nothing, and Ace might even actually die for this. Pocket coming through, R3K is there. Cage now onto him, trying to get some back shots there. Trying to play on the walls, actually. Zessin's popped the overclock on the other side. And somehow Billiden, he took a while to die, but they do get him eventually. They will get the retake, but it cost them both DPS ults and Cage, so lots of expensive fights here to get control back of the point. They do hunt down Cold J late. And now back in control. 99 Divine coming in. Ray push comes from Parley actually. Keeps everyone alive, but they need kills with this one. Suzu has been forced. Can they find anything else? It's not looking great. R3K's committed awfully deep in here, and now he's going to have to take himself out via the Mega. A chance for a repush. Barrage comes in, but R3K's just left. Doesn't matter, though, as they're just pushing forward regardless, Ice Flame. R3K out of position, so they push the core with their tank advantage. And R3K is probably going to regret that slam into spawn. Because while he didn't get punished directly for it, and he even, in many ways, I guess, ended up baiting out a barrage, he actually left his team short in terms of that fight in main. And now Ice Flame are going to have only one more fight to deal with. They catch Zessin behind as well. Now they can go back to the point. They want to deny the flip here. Do deny the flip. Kaka back on point. Lengsa has the beat to match this one. Will come out, catches everyone. Billiding now. Downpour to finish it potentially. On the back, onto this Lucio. Downpour will come out. Will lock in the Malgan. That'll be R3K executed on point. And Ice Flame will take this one. Kaka with the blade to finish it. No escape for 99 Divine. And alright. I mean, a back and forth round. Probably the fight that stings the most for 99 Divine was that one where Ice Flame just wrapped all the way around the far side. And 99 Divine just seemed a little bit unsure of what to do. Frothy Philly says hi. Tell him I say hi back. That name is emblazoned into my mind. The neurons have been fired and wired with that piece of information. Okay, so now the Malga should be quite powerful, especially in this first fight here. So this will be the difficult one. Looks like Jimmu is going to keep playing the Pharah. Obviously pretty good on this point. TP outspawn from both teams here. It's so important to get the early space on Village. Both of them will TP. Kaka and Ace going to be coming back on Genji. Early slide out. Zessin's gone committed, but here they come. Slamming right back is Billiding there. And Hot J with the torpedo follow-up there. The speed ring hazard. absolutely brutal. Zessin wanted that early disruptor shot, but really not worth the trade. Just exposes himself as vulnerable. And Ice Flame, they need no second invitation to follow that one up. Now they have control of the choke. Zessin's going to go over onto the Cass. R3K's going to come out early, but no one else is really swinging with this. R3K's trying to beam down Cold J. He actually kills him with a bit of help from Ace, but R3K trades his life for it there. 99 Divine had a hard time following up on that one, and now Zessin is getting full pocket, but they need more help. Supreme's trying to come through on point here, help Ace. They're trying to do a 2-3 split where the Kiri and Tracer force point while the rest of them walk top. But Ace is going to get caught. R3K's going to get pulled. That wall is perfect from Billarding as well. That's going to cost Supreme his life, probably. R3K comes back in. We'll probably be going down straight away again here. And R3K, he's third death potentially already on this round. And 99 Divine are making a bit of a mess of this here. Now another retake for 99 Divine. Eyes on that Kiri Lucio. Do they need a split push again? They're getting close to both support ults 99 Divine, but Ice Flame are going to have ults to match all of this. Jinmu's going to have this barrage, but he's going to have this downpour. Lots of options. You can see Jinmu just happy to play above these roofs, just try and hit these early rockets. Ace wants to force point here, so if Jinmu can never land an early rocket, just mark this option away from 99 Divine. It really hurts their retake. Because 99 Divine, they need to pressure two sides to give themselves space here. Because you see what Ice Flame are doing, because there's not a lot of pressure on point, Ice Flame can dedicate all of their members to this high ground. And when they dedicate so many members to this high ground, they can just overwhelm Parley and the rest of the 99 Divine players coming from there, Zessin. So 99 Divine, it's like a complicated retake. A complicated retake in terms of which side is pressuring which, and so far they've not quite got the timing right. Zessin's going to get walled off here, and they're actually going to turn this into a Ray fight right now. Zessin needs a lot of health. Where is that Ray coming? Supreme in trouble as well. But Ray, quite far back from Parley, doesn't actually help save Zessin, and they are going to win this Ray trade by a mile here, Ice Flame. Only cost them 1-2. Wall to make R3K's life a little bit harder, and R3K is going to get caught again. They've got ults now, 99 Divine. They've got the cage, but their DPS are swapping. And they need to touch. Lex is going to beat in spawn. Zessin's not getting out of this one. Ace has been forced to recall. I think there's no touch. R3K will drop the cage. They're just going to sacrifice him there. Lex is just making sure no one's touching. And Ice Flame. Ice Flame. No drama in that second round at all. Kaka player of the game. I'll get either Preds up for oh wait, my mods have already got it. Well played, mods. Thank you, Dragon. Honestly, wait until you see Uncoachable this week, right? Wait until you see Uncoachable when it comes out this weekend. Actually, I was scammed so hard in the quiz. I was scammed so hard. The system is broken. Wait until you see it. Wait. Thanks for waiting, Ellie. I was scammed so hard. This isn't cope. This isn't cope. I'll let you see it for yourselves, but trust me, this is not cope. I got screwed by the system. Tom, I actually... Wait until you see it, Tom. Objectively, I did everything right. I did everything right, Tom. Objectively. It's undeniable I did everything right. Yeah, I lost. Spoiler alert, I lost, but I did everything right. It's not cope. It's not cope. It's not on Patreon yet. We're hoping, Kizzy, tonight after the EMEA Swiss. What we're hoping is EMEA Swiss will finish, and then we'll release it on Patreon, and then for anyone who's up waiting, they'll have something to watch while we wait for NA. And then we'll release it on YouTube on Saturday, same kind of timing, you know? Insane cope. It's not even cope, it's just true. Should you get Jinmu on? I don't know if it'll have the English to hold down a 3-hour podcast. 5 PM British time Lego is when the qualifiers start again. The second day of Swiss. In terms of, we're doing Swiss today and tomorrow, Elitist. And then on Saturday and Sunday, it's still the open qualifier, but the top 16 teams from Swiss, they go into a double elimination bracket. That double elimination bracket, it'll have hero bans, it'll be best of 5, so it'll be some really high quality stuff. If you ever get a Chinese player I volunteer to translate, well, you never know, especially with China coming back. I don't know how well a translation will work for a podcast, because it's my experience of like a few sort of translated interviews I've done is it becomes a sort of very slow process. So it's maybe better suited for like the interview series I do when it's maybe like shorter, more game focused ones. I think a podcast would be a little bit tricky. So how many teams go through? So from the Swiss stage that we're going to play tonight and we played yesterday, 16 teams go through. And then from that top 16, they'll play Saturday and Sunday, and 5 of those teams in EMEA go through to join the partner teams. In North America, it's the same system. Top 16 go through to the double elim, but then 6 teams go through. Which obviously, if you're interested in how many partner teams there are, you can probably do a bit of math in there to figure out one region maybe has more than the others. You know, there's some deduction to be made, I reckon.
To enable better cooling, lower noise levels, and fantastic performance. Whether you want to play AAA games at 8K, train complex AI models, or create stunning content, these latest RTX 50 series Supreme graphics cards are sure to deliver.
What non-Korean Overwatch League player do you think has the biggest unironic ego? I don't know, like non-Overwatch League? Or Overwatch League play? I don't know, probably just one of those, one of the American Tornado lot, probably. One of the American Tornado lot, I reckon. Yeah, remind me again, Panda. I've got a colander for a brain. Hydron? Possibly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe the worst ones, like the worst player, I mean, it wasn't really necessarily from Overwatch League directly, but the worst one I think I ever experienced was actually it was fucking OG. Like, I feel like we probably told us a story on Uncoachable. For those who don't know, what happened? Oh, thank you, Raven's Doormat. I can read, guys. OG, the American player. Thank you for the tier 1 vote, Ravens. So, British Hurricane versus American Tornado scrim, right? Back in the good old days when American Tornado on top of the NA contenders, British Hurricane on top of the EMEA contenders, we would scrim each other. Obviously, we were in Europe, they were in America, so what we would do is we would 50-50 the scrim. So we'd play half the scrim on EU servers, half the scrim on North America servers. Seems pretty fair, pretty reasonable, pretty best of both worlds, you know, pretty reasonable to me. Okay? So then we play the first half of the scrim, we play the 3 maps on North America, can't remember what the result was, and then we swap over to EMEA. So we take a 5-minute break, we come over to EMEA, all of us are in lobby, all of the British Hurricane guys there are waiting, all of the North American Tornado guys are there, also waiting, nice of them, except for OG, who just refuses to swap. He just refuses to swap server. He just holds everyone hostage. It goes on for like 15-20 minutes. Where OG just refuses to swap. He just refuses to come over to the other server. His whole team is asking him as well, and he's just egoing his entire team. He's egoing all of us. Just refuses to come over. Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. I mean, it's one thing to ego an enemy team, but when he's egoing his own teammates who are all like, the other 4 of them are just in lobby, like, come on mate, let's go in.
一个是去搬走你最擅长的一个原氏，然后另一个则是要让你去打一个纯粹的。
I did stupid human. Yeah, I did. Nice production. You're right, Ake. We sort of glazed over it in that time because we've seen it a few times. But honestly, this Pro Chaser production, top notch. I've been enjoying it a lot.
玻璃基塔也是可以打的，因为需要去保到卡这个所见的单位，而在另一边有就 Divine。
Oh, that's interesting, Lee. So they've not had for 2 in it?
是毛家，辅助位的话，前方的话，
Yeah, I think like because Chris also said like it was a really EQO was like a really hard player to deal with, but also that was also a long time ago, right? At this point, like EQO was, and this when Chris would have had that situation, EQO was probably now well like 6-7 years older. It's like you know, people grow over time, etc.
而在扳掉对方擅长英雄的同时，也要去保证自己家的一个在扳掉这个英雄之后，自己家也有一个非常好的一个替换。
Architect is on Vesta, yeah. Apparently, Architect is back on Vesta. Apparently, Architect is also like having a bit of a hard time getting out of Masters, but God bless him. He'll get out of it, I'm sure.
金末总共7.8分钟的一个法老之音的数据，消灭15，最后一击10.2。
Question for you, what's various regions? It seems to me that Asia, Korea, Japan, China mainly have much more sponsors in general than what I could see of you. No, it's not just you at all. You're actually spot on. There's I think there's still no sponsors in EMEA in North America, which seems crazy to me. Whereas China seems to get pretty regular sponsors, Korea gets pretty regular sponsors. So I really don't know what the deal is. If I'm being completely honest with you, it's a shame. I'm sad about it, but I don't know why. But you're 100% you're right. One thing you might not have expected though, this one, rub your eyes and take another look at this one, because Jinmu's rolled out on tour. No respect from Jinmu. He's hit a little bit of an early dink on Ace as well, and the turret will finish it off. This is why you go Torb on Suravasa. Jinmu's on the hunt for more. And they are rolling over him here. It was a Kiri and Genji ban here. Ice Flame with the Kiri ban. So tried to force them into a more awkward backline. Genji banned as well from 99 Divine, I think mainly because they just don't want Kaku or Jinmu to play Genji. But little did they know, you've banned Genji and you've allowed him to go Torb. He fell right into Jinmu's trap. Now they've got control of this point. This first point, we saw it early on today, is very tricky for Malga. We're going to see a Venture Swap from A, Supreme onto the Ana as well. Billing's going to kill Zessin at the choke though. And now as they try and walk up, they are just going to get bullied back by Kaka. Rekken's taking so much damage, can't close the distance. Will be forced all the way out. Obviously no Sojin buffs coming in after the Malga meta we saw at Stockholm. Really just allows Kaka to have just rail after rail after rail opportunity. And this has been straightforward from Ice Flame. Don't quite have any ults to go with yet, even 99 Divine, so it's going to remain tough. Stomp comes in, but again, Zessin taking a lot of damage, a lot of attention. They do keep him alive, and Bilideng has been forced back, but Ice are about to have a whole bank of ultimates to throw at this choke as 99 Divine try and take the next series of space. Now they go into the back line, they come in, beat over top. Downpour comes out as well. Don't know how many it catches, actually. There we go, it does catch down Ace. R3K gets separated while the rest of the team deal with that Downpour as well, which means the Downpour leads to one direct kill, one indirect kill. And Ice Flame in cruise control right now. Did use 2 ults for that one. 99 Divine had nothing to respond with, so 99 Divine do have that swing of ultimates in their favour. Obviously in this, but they're holding close. Look at this, Ice Flame are holding. It's an ambush. It's an ambush. R3K is going to walk in. It's an ambush at the choke though. Ace and Zessin are not ready at all. Ray push from Cold J. Catches him. Harley tries to respond with the Ray, but it's too little too late. The ambush from Ice Flame is good. And Ice Flame will get the first cap here, and it looks like they want to hold close again. Jinmu and Kaka ready to throw their DPS ults into this one. 99 Divine still desperately charging a couple of his ultimates. They at least have the Nano to go with. Might be best using this Nano defensively in some situations, as this time Ice Flame are going to play a slower fight, try and play for that overclock angle. Here comes Jinmu, letting it go all over the point, and Zessin has been nanoed on top of Kaka right now, trying to hunt him down with this Nano overclock. Can't find the kill though, but Jinmu has died at least. He will know. Oh! The come from beyond the grave. He thought he had taken care of Jinmu, but there was a few things Jinmu left behind for him. And now end up being a 1-for-1 trade. They do get the flip back. And now, Tectonic Shock to hold on versus this Overclock. But if they can get Kaka onto this high ground, which is exactly what they're doing, this Tectonic Shock can't really deal with it. And they're already on Supreme. Ice Flame have wasted no time. They've just taken over the high ground. They've taken a period of a map that the Tectonic Shock can't do anything. And Ace gets no opportunity to even press that bottom. Now a chance to retake Cage and Tectonic Shock. A powerful combo for 99 Divine. They have chances, but they've been struggling to deal a little bit with Ice Flame's tempo. And with this beat again, Ray just behind. Downpour comes out actually as they try and push in. Oh, it's a massive catch onto Ace. Another chance not to use his Tectonic Shock. Beat to help him survive in Cage right now, but with no DPS ult to combo with it here, 99 Divine, they don't have the killing power. R3K is going to get bullied now, walled off as well. He has to try and disengage. He's so low, he doesn't get out. Billading is now hunting for more. They need to touch in all of this, and they've just got no chance to touch. They're over. Legs are looking for the finishing blow. There we go. Little boop to finish it off. 2-0 for Ice Flame. And we'll be moving on to point E. Cruise control for him, and I think they're considering fighting early again from this high ground if they can. They've only got Ray Ice Flame, and 99 Divine, they can match it here. Tectonic Shock to throw in too. Oh, Tectonic Shock came out actually from Ace, but Wall to disengage from Billading. Well played by him, and Ice Flame have just ditched this one. Ult goes begging for Ace. He was holding on to that one for ages and gets no value in the end. Now a Ray v Ray trade on point for Jinmu. He's ready for round 2. They're going to come in. Rays will be traded coming out. Jinmu's going to let it go. This is going to make it hard to stand on the Ray from the angle. He's going to catch Supreme in all of that. But they're winning the Ray trade for the most part. But this turret, another come kill for Jinmu. The King of Torb keeps it going. And he's traded the backline here. So even though 99 Divine, they get the flip. Jinmu can keep up the poke here. He can keep up the pressure. And they can start flipping this point back. He's just trying to trade a little bit of damage. They have to be careful because of the overclock and such. But now Billading is back. He's pushed out this venture. And they're starting to pressure the objective. R3K will take a step onto point. Ace comes back as well as they walk forward with the overclock. But Ice Flame well back on this one. Torb is stuck in though. Where's Jinmu going now? He's in so much trouble. Downpour though catches a lot of the people chasing. But Zettin is luckily behind that wall. Hot J, aka Cold J, will keep pushing it forward. Rally from Supreme helping stabilize them. They're trying to catch Billading on the coast. They can catch him. Now they want the players in main. And 99 Divine, they deal with that one. They deal with the Downpour turn. I'm going to steal that Jizmu one, Trail of Insects. I'm stealing that one. That's good. Now 99 Divine, a great chance at this next point, but they've got to deal with Kaka's overclock, and they've got to deal with Lex's beat coming back. R3K is kind of close to the cage, but actually 20% on Mal can be a long time. This overclock's coming through first as well. R3K is going to try and leave. It's a full disengage attempt. They just about get Ace out of there, and they've all survived for now. They don't quite have the ults to turn back with yet, and Ace got out of the first, but Jinmu just kept pushing that left-hand side angle. Gets another one as well. Oh, thank you, Hadi. I'll see you later, brother. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. We're in this Pro Chaser series, Ice Flame versus 99 Divine. One of the better teams in China versus one of the better teams from Pacific. This is the lower... Well, this is just... It's actually single limb. So single limb, quarterfinal, best of 7. 99 Divine having to play with an emergency ringer in the form of Supreme. Ray to get out of spawn here from Pally, and this is going to be one of the easier kites Ice Flame are going to get all day. R3K is desperately trying to chase them. They do have the cage to throw in. And remember, 99 they just need one retake. Lex is going to beat to chase them here, but what are they chasing? They've caught Supreme at least, but R3K is on point. Lexa needs to be careful. Running into a Venture, running into a Juno. And they still have the cage. They've got the flip here. Jinmu has to go for the touch. He's booped back. They do get another touch. Jinmu's ready to go. Round 3 for Jinmu. He's throwing it on point. Cage comes out though, but the cage is full of cum. R3K, he's got nowhere to stand. The floor is quite literally lava. Tectonic Shock over the top from Ace to try and turn the kills, but Ice Flame, they regain control. They're not out of the woods yet, Ice Flame. Billading is only half HP. And he's going to get forced out for whip shot to finish it from Supreme. They said he was an emergency sub. They said he was too old. But he's good with that whip shot. And he might just get 99 Divine this round. Lex has got one more touch in him. Zestin's trying to win this Sojin duel. Comes back in. Both rails are missed. Ray now coming through from Hot J. They want to win it. Jinmu is back on Farah. Torpedoes come out. Rally in response from Supreme. They deal with it though. The Ray goes to waste. And not only is this a lost round for Ice Flame, this is an expensive one as well with that Ray coming in the end.
终于是在2-1，局点还
Ooh.
是在 Flame 这里。
99 Divine,
在下一
they've
个
got a
点
bit of
自己的
legs,
大招
a bit of
其实
legs
很
in them
多
yet.
而啾啾 Divine 下一波的话可能会有2波的一个太理想的一个阵容大招情况，可能得先去打的稍微谨慎一点。
Okay, ult advantage here.
哎 ，Ace
For Ice
在
Flame.
这里想去找
As
谁？
99 Divine are going to attempt to reverse with this one. An early overclock from Kaka. It forces them all back, but I don't think it finds any meaningful targets. Shield up from Supreme, and they all back away from that one. But oh, the boop off the map! Oh, the disengage was good until it wasn't. Jinmu good for one. And it ends up being a cheap flip there. Now Kaka, full rail, able to sit up on point as well. We get a replay of that. Let's see. How does this even happen?
哇，直接把旁边的这个
Oh, John Pork! And as we come back to this next fight, the Downpour seems to have done its job. 3 assists there in that one for Billedeng, and it seems like it's really worked. It's really worked for him. Who is Hattie playing? Hattie's not playing anyone. Hattie will be back in 3 hours and a bit, and we'll do the EMEA Swiss stage together. Covering the action though, no games for Hattie, because he is auto-qualified. Now in control of this point. Remember, 99 Divine, they have to win all of these fights. It's going to be a beat push though, and Pally is way too close on that one. Barrage to finish the job. Now looking for this Echo in the sky, and this next touch is going to be max difficulty for 99 Divine. They nearly have an overclock, they nearly have a Ray. Ace is going to go Sombra to try and find a touch in all of this. So if Ace can get behind and get the touch, they've actually got decent ults. It's an overclock. Catches lengths are too far. Potential humorous moment here from Ice Flame. But Ace, no! I thought he had it. It was a good call from Ace, honestly. Oh, but how... He was so close. It was actually such a good call by Ace. Ah! Just not quite quick enough. Oh... Because honestly, like, look at this. Because look at this. Like, Billedeng and Lexa are dead. And they had to use the Ray in this, but they're still on 0%, right? There's a long way back, but they've got a chance. I think Soggy's not available today. Like, I don't think he's still on the roster. He's just not available today. All right. All right, so a bit of legs in this series at least. Let's get map number 3 started, though. Predictions open. So yeah, if anyone wants to see the bracket, for anyone who's a little bit new here or hadn't seen it before, this is where we're at right now. Youngblood beat Lazulli, who are a Japanese team, in the other quarterfinal to get their match against Team XX. Team XX is this one right here: Argon, Blink, 800, SMR, and Doki Doki, or Doki Doki. And then this one, this game is to play, the winner of this gets to play against Once Again, right? So Once Again is essentially the Hangzhou Spark, Team China, very much that same core of players. Gushui, Liga, Leave, and Shy, of course. So yeah, so the schedule is we'll do both quarterfinals today, both semi-finals on Saturday, and then the 3rd place and grand final on the Sunday. Obliviones is insane. Used to be on Team CC. Okay, yeah, like I'm familiar with some of I'm familiar with all of Once Again. And then a lot of the other teams, I've like familiar with a few players, but not the whole roster. Insane was in Team XX. What do you mean? Sorry, you've lost me. It's so impressive for me how Jinmu hasn't played professionally for a long time. Comes back to a tournament like this is still a reasonable level. Yeah, I mean, he got to play in the Aurora Cup as well, but yeah. I mean, what would be the real test is essentially how well they do when they get back to the international level of competition. Obviously, we got a few months until that first LAN in China as well, so there's plenty of time for them to I guess, get their mojo back, shake off a rust, whatever expression you want to use for that one. Hold on, let's respond to my
let's
bots.
move on to the iconic Gaming Trio. The Gaming Trio range has a rich history behind it, and it's well known for its performance and bold designs. And newest RTX 50 series Gaming Trio graphics cards carry this torch forward, with a classic design, vibrant lighting, emphasizing our signature.
Aurora and Pro Chaser are both just vibes tournaments. Oh, they're both tournament. They're both like quite, because obviously like you can sort of see from production value, it's quite like a professional setup. But they're just like a Chinese tournament organizer, in the same way we talk about like Face It or something, right?
Waved curve 4.0 heatsink.
Just sorry, I just need to hear about its airflow.
Wave edges improves airflow and reduces.
Actually, I need the toilet before we start again, okay? I need the toilet. I'll leave you full screen with this advert. You guys learn about all this airflow. Tell me about the airflow when I get back. I'll be right back.
Ideal pick for those that want a great balance of performance and value.
Hello， 欢迎回来。现在看到的是金主杯季后赛第一天最后一场的比赛，我们面对到的是 IF， 面对到的是99底万。目前 IF 2比0领先于99底万。上一张地图，第三张地图来到的是花岗。在之前的比赛中，其实99底万在胜于那个拉祖里的时候，他赢的一张地图就是花岗。两边并没有进行一个换人。花岗的话，其实99底外这一张地图是非常的强的。你要是去稍微就相比于那个法瓦或者是花岗，它其实更加的偏一个最冲。
Just in time for the bans.
我以为99底外
Lucio ban. We got to Hinoka as well.
但其实卢西奥和朱诺两个技能配合在一起，给他的压力真的是非常大。
Mauga ban. R3K has been playing a lot of Mauga to Ice Flame, taking that away from him.
直接就针对你2-3K 在打。那这一
I got myself a pork pie snack as well for this next one.
而且你要是跟我打害灾，你没有卢西奥，那只能去玩朱诺和布利吉塔。偏向朱诺、布利吉塔，再加上害灾的话，要论强度的话，贝伊邓和 R3K 在这一个害灾的强度上的话，其实贝伊邓会更加的顺手一点。而如果你不去玩你的毛家，玩不了你的毛家，在这张图玩不了毛家，你想去用到别的英雄，像是女王或者是铁拳。
Not a huge fan of the airflow. The airflow works very well. I'm getting mixed signals here. I think it's more positive than negative.
这一张地图99底万将会用什么一个
I'm a believer in the airflow.
阵容去面对 Ice Flame TI 是比较难的。没有搬了对方的法老之音，这张地图它还有一个想法就不能让你用法老之音，但这张地图不用法老之音，托比昂也是可以打的。而且在上一张地图我们可以明显的看出来，99底万对于 Ice Flame 这个炮台的重视度其实并不是很深，而且这个炮台的效果其实是很不错的，去压血线呀，再包括去打到对方的 ace 啊，效果是非常之好的。比利邓每10分钟的害灾数据34.5、10.2，每1分钟都在杀人，伤害量12000，承受量14000。在面对到毛家这个火力其实更加勇猛的一个英雄的位上
，Really not a transmission.
给到贝利登的压力其实比较大。
Never heard that about the airflow.
他不仅要去防止一个，
I mean, I'm such a sucker for a pork pie. I've got no cheesecake though.
他的一个左键的燃烧效果去打到自己身上的时候也是非常难受的。两边的阵容其实非常的。
I don't know, we've only seen a couple of teams so far, but not so far. But we'll see what rosters they put together. Oh my god, Billedeng is on Zarya. Lock in me.
感觉也是可以打的，而且最后用出了黑影，99底外这个莫伊拉，想用莫伊拉去打伤他，而且莫伊拉不那么吃一个准度，感觉派里可以打，但是也要防止自己进行的完全，但是自己其实保命技能不是特别好保命。
Alright, if you've not seen Billedeng on Zarya before, he's a monster. Likewise, Jinmu is on Sombra, Kaka's on Genji. So expect a lot of bubbles to go Kaka's way. Jinmu is going to get forced out here underneath. They're trying to chase him down. Sombra a lot more chaseable than she once was. Ace is going to get caught as a result of that. It's actually a Sombra mirror if you can believe it. But there's the bubble in. R3K is going to get forced back. And it's just easy for Ice Flame on this one. Force them all the way out. Oh yeah, China loves Zarya. Probably like the most Zarya pilled region there is. Nice and Divine are going to make a Winston swap off the back of this. So Tracer, Winston, Sojin, classic. Moira, Kiri, a little bit less classic. They're forcing them back right now. Lots of damage actually onto Kaka, so they have to slow it down a sec. Coalescence is nearly up for Pally, and Ice Flame don't have any great responses to this. Maybe a defensive nano, but they don't have it just yet. Pressure now onto Kaka. Hack comes through. Bubble just to save Kaka's life, and R3K takes so much damage there. He needs a lot of help. Jumps towards the mini, gets for Suzu and pocketed out. Pally is about to have this Coalescence though. Billiding is still pushing people back though, but they have to be ready for this Coalescence turn. R3K is going to get popped up. They have to just pop it on R3K just to help him survive, but now Billiding getting focused out. The hack for cancel onto the Cole. Jinmu was ready for it, and now they're pushing back in, but R3K's found one in the back. Billiding got this nano, got one kill with it, halfway up, defensive bubble onto his backline there, helps Jinmu out massively with that one. More dive coming through, another defensive bubble from Billiding, and Lexa might just be living this one. He is going to be living this one. Billiding with the bubbles just in time, and that should be second cap as well. Jinmu might need another bubble just here, there we go. And now they are walking forward. Ray, Grab, Blade. Huge tools to snowball this one as well. Coming through. Looking for the next opening. They find this Tracer in the middle. Jimmy's maybe in a spot of bother right now. Point hasn't unlocked yet, so Ice Flame aren't making any massive moves forward. But Kaka's going to catch Parley just before anything happens. Ace is going to die as well, and they're just falling apart before the fight even really begins. Now the hack onto R3K. He manages to D-peek enough of it. Kitsune Rush using response, but Ice Flame, they've not invested anything yet. Overclock has come out too. Supreme does catch Jinmu. They're walking onto point with this Ray. They're pushing back Zessin. Zessin is low, trying to dodge these right clicks coming from Billiding, but Billiding's encroaching. But they salvage it. They salvage it, 99 Divine. They will be able to capture E. And as a result, they get a bit of a foothold here, and they have a Primal to keep going with. But a Primal into a Grav, into a Blade, into an EMP, into a Nano. Asking a lot from R3K in this one. Hack onto Supreme early on. Virus just to build the last bit of this EMP. Will be resetting this position, but Supreme's good for it again. He was the emergency sub. He wasn't meant to be playing, but Supreme is good for it. DPS taken care of. And now Billiding has to take a step back. They have to be ready for this Grav turn yet. But without their DPS, we'll be hesitant to use it. Billiding's trying to close some of this distance right now. Pulling it back. Bubble comes through immediately. R3K is now into the backline. Has that Primal. EMP comes out. R3K doesn't get the Primal off in time. But Supreme is good for 2 again. He's killed the backline. Nanoblade has come out. So Kaka will be able to tidy this one up. But Supreme, 28 years young, giving it to some of these Overwatch League players. And there's actually a recontest here. Remember, R3K has Primal, so we can keep this one going for a while. Trying to focus down this Genji as well. Will get hacked. Just needs to make sure he plays his life here. Onto the rooftops, and now the rest of his team are back. Boops this Zarya in as well. Juggle is good. Big problems for Billiding. He goes down. Well played with that Primal from R3K. Did everything he needed to with it. Good patience. And now a great chance for 99 Divine. Pulse Bomb has gone wide, but we've got to pick on Jinmu regardless. Now pressure onto Kaka. They have to go back. And they should be able to get this point, second point as well. They're going to tie it up 2-2. And Jinmu, he's pressed the button. He realized he needs the Torb. Back on his comfort pick. Off for Sombra. And now they have to try and push through against this grab. They have the Kitsune Rush here, but they still have to be careful. If too many people get caught in this grab, they will just go down. Dive onto the Torb here, looking for it. Bubble onto Jinmu as well. They force him back. They're trying to bait out this grab, it feels like 99 Divine. They've actually caught one on the flank. It's a Kiri. It was a Kiri Tracer flank. It's a 1-for-1 trade in the end, as Zessin will go down. Still has this grab for Billiding. Doesn't have any great targets. Will just be dropping it in. Does catch Supreme there. R3K is in there as well. He is going to get Kitsune Rush. They're trying to pocket him through it, but it's not not enough. They need more kills out of this. 99 Divine, but the grab does its job in the end. But everyone's having a hard time finding it. But we'll get it over the line, and Ice Flame will take it in the series once again. We'll take the lead in the map once again, I should say. Now 99 Divine coming back. They have Bob for this next fight, but the ult advantage is overwhelming for Ice Flame here. Rally, Ray, Blade, big scary combos. RFK is going to get caught actually, so has to jump way out of there. Needs to play this one quite slowly, 99 Divine, but Bob will buy him some time. But here comes the bubbled in Blade, all over that Ash, all over that Kiri, follows him up. Looking for the Cole as well. Kaka will get traded for that one. But a positive trade still. The Pulse Bomb is good from Ace, though, so they're not out of this one by any means yet, 99 Divine. Onto the Torp, has the Primal if he needs it. Doesn't really want to use her if he doesn't have to, R3K. Stepping onto point, Ray repush coming in. R3K is going to disengage from that one too as Zessin comes back on Soldier. They can recontest with Coalescence and Primal. Lengths is going to have the bash, or have the rally rather, and has a chance to bash. But that's all we're going to have. Coalescence push comes in, pressure onto him. Now they're trying to turn their attention onto Jinmu. They force Ice Flame back in, but it's just a disengage. Still contesting this D point. R3K has the Primal to go with next. Jinmu's going to start it off though, letting it go loose. On point, takes a lot of damage actually, is pocketed through. R3K comes in with the Primal. Overload coming in here. Lots of damage onto R3K. That's come everywhere. He's taken so much damage trying to play his life. Supreme's gone down in all of this, and R3K has to run to spawn. Legs, meanwhile, is just dominating point with that rally. And that will be Ice Flame moving into one round of victory here. R3K is going to go for one more touch, but we'll just be dead on point. Nothing they can do. And they have to fight their way back, move away from their own spawn. And Billeding is about to have another grab. No great response from 99 Divine. They do have a massive spawn advantage though, but they need trades. May, Junker Queen coming out. Ice Block, obviously, can maybe soak up a lot on this grab. But they might force the Ice Block early. Now Billeding has a clear opportunity to just grab this May afterwards, guaranteeing that kill. Manages to avoid the slash from R3K as well. Suzu from Supreme saves him for now, but now the grab for cooldowns, it's gone. This grab is brutal. It's only one tick they need on this third point. The cap is about to unlock. Zessin needs to win this 1v1. Can't quite get the kill though. At least he lives. But now they need to be coming back out onto point. They need a fast touch. Zessin nearly has a visor, but Cold J, he nearly has the Ray. Should be the finishing blow here. Ace is going to try and move on. Has to recall soon, probably. Back on the hazard. Ace has actually found the kill. So he dies as the Ray comes out, but his team can still use the Ray. They're trying to force it over the line. Kaka looking for more kills. Blade to try and finish it. There goes R3K looking for the Kiriko. TP away. He can't chase anything though, Kaka. Just on point. They can keep this one contested. Venture coming back now from Zessin. They are just playing to stall, playing to drag this one out. Kaka and Billeding, they catch two. Still pushing it through. 100 energy on point. Billeding is the raid boss. Should have enough to get him over the line. Dive comes in. Rally to finish it. Back-to-back rallies on these points for Lengtsa. And that should finally finish the job. Ice Flame will claim this point. They will claim the third map. And they will put themselves one map away from that semi-final. Yes, Simba. Yeah, we're live. We're live. Ooh. And yeah, I think what we saw here, because on paper, sorry, I feel somebody said it well. I didn't have time to talk about it in chat, but somebody did say in chat. Whereas with these bans, would you not just expect it to be sort of a Hazard Kiri Lucio type thing? And I think you're right. Or like even with a Juno Brig backline or something instead, you know, stick to the Hazard. But I think a lot of the time when we see some of these bans come in that sort of fuck with the meta comps a little bit, what you'll see is sometimes teams might just hit the comfort button, right? And that's what I think we've seen there with Billeding coming through. Just playing the Zarya. Like, let me just play a hero that I'm really, really, really good at. And let's see how that goes. And then we see 99 Divine trying to improvise fixes here and there and all of this, you know? This is the bracket. Yeah, so winner of this game gets to play once again, which obviously very much at the moment feels like Ice Flame. Single limb. Yeah, single limb. But it's also best of 7, right? So if you lose a best of 7, really hard to justify that you deserved. We're getting more piano. I'll put you back on the piano. Wait, should I go back? I'll read it to you. If you haven't seen this before, if it's your first time watching Pro Chaser, They have a lot of piano intermissions at the break. I think so, yeah. Spring Festival Overture is the most famous movement of Spring Festival Suite, a Chinese orchestra work composed by Li Huanzi between 1955 and 1956. It depicts the celebrations of Chinese New Year in the Shanbei region. To this day, this piece is often used as background music for Chinese New Year events. Zhaojing is now reinterpreting this piece at the Maison Marais in Paris, partnering with 11 top Indian musicians to celebrate Overwatch's return to China. Beautiful, huh? Yeah, I like it actually. I like it, Trash Panda. The bottom one's better. The second one's better. I don't impreg for piano guy. He's trying to play. It's a nice relaxing interlude, isn't it, between the games? Yeah, the breaks are normally a bit shorter, but we've reached half time basically. Oh, he's not done? You thought it was over? It's never over. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let me read this one. I thought it was the same text, so I didn't read it. That's on mine. Yeah, sorry. All right. I'm locking in. You are currently listening to Spring Festival Overture, composed by Li Huanzi. As the holiday season winds down, everyone's packing up and heading home for the New Year's celebrations. Over in the corner, Junkrat's collecting these bombs. Bob's managing the luggages. Wait! Who just took Jack Morrison's dentures? He's not that old, is he? Let's stay focused. Zhaojing once asked renowned music Lucio Carrera dos Santos about studying composition. His response? Studying? No. You've got to feel and enjoy the music, Zhaoling. Zhaoling, on the other hand, enjoys the mathematical principles behind it. In this AI-driven era, even playing instruments doesn't require using your hands. No hands! You don't need hands! Someone get TV&T. But seriously, can someone please tell me how to turn off these blinding, searing, piercing Symmetra beams? I don't really know what I'm reading. I feel like I'm reading a little bit of like a fanfic between Overwatch characters and the composer. You know? Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of time for... But honestly, it was the same with the Aurora Cup. The breaks in the Aurora Cup, which was another Chinese tournament that happened back in December. The breaks, they fill them so well, you know? Oh, it's a big... Oh, I remember this one. It's a big finish, actually. It goes so hard at the end. Jump scare.
Hello， 欢迎回来。现在你看到的是 Ice Flame 以3-0的巨大优势，
Alright.
是拿下了赛点，是3-0略胜于99底万。那让我们再来感谢一下我们的赞助商。 欢迎各位英雄回家！守望先锋国服2月19日荣耀回归，快去官网预约参与英雄集结活动吧！参与回归活动即可免费获取满级神话皮肤和超多个性化物品。
Lazulli got rolled. Yeah, I mean, some of those maps, like the Saravasa, it was impossible they didn't win the Saravasa. And then Colosseo, they also gave up a lead. Like honestly, like maybe Youngblood. I think Youngblood still deserved to win based on what we saw, but like it really should have been a closer series. Then the scoreline maybe reflects.
和花岗2个去跟你冲脸的地图不好用了，那我就只能跟你去打消耗了。你打消耗的话
OWCS North America needs to start blasting Born in the USA and comparing between maps. I mean, I do think, because there's been a lot of talk, obviously, with like the ban order and stuff, like before roster, after roster, in terms of are the breaks between maps too long when we do it? It's less of a problem online, but more of a problem at LAN. But I think there's always this classic example, right? Where let me get the details right here. There was this company that owned an apartment block, and they were getting loads of complaints from the tenants about how bloody slow the elevators and lifts were. Now they were having to wait ages for the elevators all the way up, all the way down, taking forever, you know. So the hotel, or the apartment block, sorry, it had a couple of options. They could replace the elevators with newer, more modern elevators, but this would cost tens of thousands of pounds, etc., etc. Really expensive, really long-winded, all of this. So what they did instead of spending all this money and having to get all this work done on like a relatively old building, what they did is they just had TVs and mirrors installed in the lift. So now all of a sudden, the lift is maybe still a bit slow and you have to wait for it, but you've now got something to watch, or you can fix your hair in the mirror or something. It's not the length of time people have to wait, it's the length of time people have to do nothing. That was the bigger problem. And I think the same thing's sort of true here, right? Like, if we're going to have these longer breaks for hero bans, because it makes the games better, we just got to fill them better, you know? We got to put better content, better slop, better, more interesting things in between, whether that's analyst desk segments, little cutaway bits, even just fun things like the like these piano interludes that the Pro Chaser are doing. You know, because inevitably you can't change it that much, right? Because even if we got rid of hero bans, there'd still be player substitutions, right? Last year in Korea, we'd have to wait ages. We have to wait ages between games when they change rosters sometimes, you know? Yeah, something like that, Neko. Did you see that Architects is on Vesta Crew? I don't know. Last I heard is Architect was struggling to get out of Masters, you know? So hopefully it's better, right? Hopefully it's better. I mean, Architect's like, you know, he had his moment in the sun. Was like a big Genji up-and-comer for a while. Then had his Bastion moment. But hopefully he can do a little bit better than all of that. Thank you, Pigeon. Well, not a trans pigeon, to use your birth name. Thank you for the tier 1. Nighttime Divine on ping. I believe they're playing on Korea servers, so they're both on ping, essentially. What was I going to say? Yeah, probably both on ping, but also the biggest thing to maybe note for Nighttime Divine is Ray Momo's not available. I don't know the exact story behind it, but Supreme has had to sub in last minute. And Supreme is, he's 28 years old. He was in chat before the game saying, please look at my age on Wikipedia. Please don't judge too harshly, you know? So Nighttime Divine dealing with a, what was I saying? So they're playing with an emergency sub, so some caveats here for 99 Divine, not really at their full strength. Don't impreg the J. The aura from the Chandelier Bastion in the finals is absolutely insane. I mean, it was such a fun finals, actually, you know. And it really, like, when they subbed in, was it like Architect and Rascal and Smurf they subbed in or something for that one? Like, I was down for it. I enjoyed it at the time. Thanks, Peregrine. How have the games been? Maybe like more exciting than the score. The first series was better. This one, obviously, 99 Divine
得到的
don't
消
have
息，我
their
们选
full
手还没有
roster
准备
essentially.
就位，请大家再稍微的等一下。
So it's a bit of a wash, really. So I reckon we're in for like a bit more of a treat tomorrow in terms of games. I reckon that Youngblood versus Team XX will be really good. And I think, I mean, maybe once again just blow Ice Flame out of the water, but I think Ice Flame will give them like a decent battle, you know? They lost to Rad, I believe, Juby. Oh, which team was Rad again? Fuck. Oh yeah, Painkiller Peace, right? Yeah. Oh, that's it, yeah, Zeb. Oh yeah, King and Chronicle are like probably the big additions here as well in terms of like upgrading that roster a little bit. Hunter's not on the team anymore, and that's why they're losing Fargon. They're just missing a they don't have Hunter anymore, you know? Yeah, I saw someone post, maybe it was on Reddit, maybe it was on Twitter or something, that Lep was going off, apparently. Peace and Painkiller were in for the maps they won? Oh, really? I mean, Peace went off in the Calling All Heroes finals, right? Rad and Avidity split up, no longer partnered. Fuck. Shit. Yeah, Dilducks are 3-0 as well. I mean, well, we've got like a bit of time, right? I don't know exactly what the delay is, but where are we going? These are all the teams out of 3-0 in North America. So Rad, Dilducks, Supernova. You might be familiar with quite a few of the players of. Which is basically like the core of Fluffy Dreamland last year. Cool.
好的，好的，欢迎回来，来到了。
Oh yeah, Nightmare Rotation, Hanbei's team, the Cobra Kai team, which is like the Riker team.
刚刚所说
All
的，
on
如
3-0 as
果绝
well.
对
We can have a
在
proper
这
look
张
after
地
this
图
game, so we're sort
打
of
算去
we're locked in and
使用
ready
到
for what's happening
毛
later.
家或者是打算用到毛家的话，就要看他蛮力冲撞的一个效率。御三家自 S3晋级赛起，
Whose rotation? That's for one trick team.
花岗的总选取率80%。
Dilducks versus Wisp, it'll be a dogfight. Uphill battle for Dilducks, I think, but it's winnable. This is Sleeper Agents. I'm actually not familiar with really any of these players.
就完全是一个城市，第一章要么就是丽江塔萨摩亚，或者是
It's alright. We'll look into this game and then we can talk about NA and
而第三章的话就是花岗偶尔会掉落那么1-2张的斗兽场或者是哈瓦那，而
alright.
剩下的就会是多拉多。
Anaban, Hazard Ban, so Ice Flame clearly wanted to lean a little bit away from a full just Ana Brick Mirror.
会拿出什么？也比较好奇。
What do they play instead then? Maybe they just play.
金木要拿
I don't even know.
防守方 ，Actually 先选择
Juno
先
Kiri?
防守啊，拿黑
Juno Brig, probably. Juno Kiri.
防鼠、铁拳、雾子和
Knights and Divine on the other side. We'll be on attack, so we won't see exactly what they have. We did see Rek obviously try and play Winston into Nazaria. So very much could expect we're in a similar boat here, right? In terms of his keenness.
哦，这一波就纯粹就是打算。 哇，好
In terms of his keenness to get back on Winston.
的伤害就
Ice Flame though, they've walked out of spawn, and they've walked out of spawn on Zen Brig.
不需要奶
Zen Brig, Doom, Genji, Sombra.
只要冷冻杀完的队友就不需要奶了。这一波
Don't know how I feel about this.
卡卡就吃一个集结号令的资
I mean,
源。
we've seen Poker Face get away with it
资源的就把资源可以
on maps like this
就
before.
把资源给到这长牙塔他在前面前方
But
进行杀。 Divine 这边是
Well,
温顿，
but not with a Genji, not with a Doom and a Sombra and a Genji, you know. So let's see. Zestin is on Widow as well.
这波就是想踩你2-3K 的血线，因为上一张地图其实2-3K。
He's gonna go over to Brig Kiri now after they see what they're running into.
站高台还是2-3K
TU comp, the meta setter. I mean, it's probably a bit easier here on Dorado defense than it is on Route 66 attack, but who am I to judge, eh?
啊，这一波感觉这个高台还可以在地打高杀一个，这玻璃地塔还是在非常小。
Ah, thank you, Fallen. Of course.
防止你进到他那个奶線。
It was a good win. It was a good win.
应该就是在进和很东的一个对象了。
You maybe Suravasa a little bit lucky. Suravasa a little bit of a gift, but other maps good. All right, I'm locking back in. Zessin's going to be forced back. They've cleared Billeding and the payload is just moving. And Lexer is just holding it down as best he can. Full pockets onto his Sombra here. And I feel like Jinmu should be exploitable here and clearable. Suzu clear coming from Supreme. Jinmu's at least forced back to the high ground. During all of this, R3K has been forced back as well. 99 Divine not made any real progress just yet. And Cold J getting awfully close to that first Transcendence. Jinmu closest EMP as well. Just trying to harass him from behind. And Paley's actually been caught as they try and rotate through. Billeding is stabilizing. EMP comes through. They were dead! R3K just... You see him just accept his fate afterwards here. I don't know why we EMP'd. Don't know why we EMP'd. But they're on top. I'm glad to hear it, Fallen. You guys have got him. Big game tomorrow. We'll be watching as well. Okay, coming back right now. EMP was invested. Kaka's going to get hacked here, but I don't think they can really clear him off this high ground. Looking for that. There's the Discord dive. They catch Ace. The punish from Billeding. Now the dive in from R3K. Billeding's going to look at the backline though. Cleaning this one up. No space for Zessin at all. Was on Widow to begin with. Found no space. Was on Ash. Still no space for Zessin. And 99 Divine having a hard time getting themselves out of spawn right now. Support ult's going to both be up for Ice Flame. Same street for 99 Divine, but harder to connect with a rallying Kitsune Rush on the attack from the low ground here. Trading onto the high ground. Blade comes out from Kaka, actually. Rally from Parley. Both support ults popped in response to this Blade, actually, so they're just trying to live. Meteor Strike comes through from Billeding. Transcendence now to keep everyone alive. Billeding needs to get out, though. He's actually dropped in really aggressively. He punches onto Ace, but he's going to die for this. Billeding's been caught a few times while R3K's going to use his Primal to live. Maybe needed a more defensive Meteor Strike really out of Billeding there. They're going to rally back now. Length's trying to find it, but they need kills. Pressure onto him here. Length's is awfully low. He needs the orb, but it's an awkward orb for Cold J. He's going to get caught, and despite having both support ults, they're going to go down. Billeding is coming back on the Malga for this point, presuming Cold J and Length's will also be swapping. Oh, it's a Junker Queen swap, actually. So it's going to be Zen, Kiri, Junker Queen. Not in time to touch. Oh, no, he's going Brig in the end. Oh, right. Okay, so they're just staying on Zen Brig, but they've got the Junker Queen with it now. I feel like Junker Queen is really awkward on this part of the map, especially for the defenders, because as soon as your Junker Queen drops, there's a real chance for R3K maybe to dive afterwards. And as FaZe looks to set up this one, Ace is actually really close in this EMP. Dynamite onto the high ground. Soft jump here from R3K. Just trying to look for it. Nearly catches Kaka. Actually, EMP over the top of the EMP's. Deletes R3K. Zessin trades 2 though. But it's both DPS. So, even though they win the fight and they get to hold their high ground Ice Flame and they get Billeding rotating back up, there's going to be 99 Divine taking a bit of space here. Whip shot slows down Zessin. But a chance to push onto the high ground here. Ace has his EMP. Where is Ace right now? Jinmu's back on Farah. They're going to find him now. Oh my god, rocket from behind as they walk into Paley, and Paley's just going to get picked beforehand. And Jinmu's got him pinned in. They've used the EMP up on the high ground here, Ace. It's killed Lexer, but they need more out of this EMP. Billeding is dropped to chase him right now, but Ace has to play his own life. And Jinmu is just finding more and more. He's just killed the backline here, Jinmu. While all of this EMP push and EMP dive has been going on, Jinmu's just killed everyone in the backline. He was just playing top left. Any excuse to go Farah. I mean, also any excuse to go Torb. And Jinmu in control. Ace is going to go onto the Farah to match this one. Starting to run out of time once again, 99 Divine. 1.5 minutes left on the clock. Oh! Hits the rocket, gets himself out. Cold J finishes it from the other side. Kitsune Rush now on the high ground from Supreme. Drops to deal with Paley though, so they don't get full value out of that Kitsune Rush. R3K doesn't get the full pocket either, so he's going to die. And it's all just a little bit ugly for 99 Divine. The dives aren't landing as they want them to. They're not getting value out of their support ults. Zessin has just had no meaningful space all game. And now Ice Flame, they're moving to spawn. R3K has gone Sigma. Billeding dodges that rock.
他这一波肯定是打不出来的。
And now they can walk out together again, but they're walking out into a full ult back here from Ice Flame. Loads of ways to start this fight early with the DPS ults if they want. Zest is actually going to start with a bomb, but Jinmu catches him on the rotate there. They were ready for that one, and Jinmu just kills 2 immediately. Now he wants to challenge the Echo, but might regret that one. And actually, Ace can get a couple of trades here. Doesn't have the beam to finish that kill onto Kaka, though, and the knife from across as Ice Flame wants to keep camping the spawn here, but they've lost their Pharah, they've lost their Junker Queen. Coming back on Echo right now is Jinmi. But Lexa is in the spawn with Rally. They're going to transcend in the spawn. No respect here for Ice Flame, but Zessin finds the headshot. Lexa can't rally back, so Cold J just going to have to run away with that one. Ace has got the touch during all of this as well. It's descended into chaos. But Ace is getting meters on the board here. And Hot J, Cold J, Hot J, still behind now. The Blade, Kaka will kill one behind. Trying to deal with the Baptiste. Does he still have Lamp? He doesn't need the Lamp. Don't think he had it anyway, but R3K and Paley deal with that one. Actually, he did have the Lamp. He holds it. Now he's able to Lamp. He's able to Lamp the Rampage, but they kill the Lamp. They kill Ace. They kill R3K. But Rally is back on point from Lexa. Paley can't get the final touch. And they gave away more meters than they ultimately needed to by dicking around in spawn there, Ice Flame. But I think the way this series has gone, the way they've been playing, the issues 99 Divine have had in terms of having to play Supreme instead of Ray Momo and all of this, it's Ice Flame looking to close out the series and secure their spot in the semi-final right here.
黑百合去杀死了一个冷冻效果是可以，但是并没有很多。哎，这一波的一个炸弹粘到并没有杀死一个铁拳，甚至反击，效果并不是很好。这看一下这。
I want to see a replay of this. I think it was like a little bit later in this fight. Yeah, Kaka and Jinmu just putting Paley in a situation. And now the hold is going to be a Bap, Alari, Sigma, double hit scan hold. So it feels like an incredibly greedy one from 99 Divine. This is going to rely on a lot of good peel and a lot of people to hit their shots. And probably quite difficult shots as well, as I imagine Ice Flame are probably going to be on like some kind of... I don't even know, what would Building play? Maybe, because obviously Hazard is taken away. But some kind of Genji Sombra maybe or something like this.
我们再看一下99 Divine 这一边 ，Ace 和 Zessin 用。
Oh wait, Lexa picked the wrong role. Oh wait, they can still swap though, no? Right? Because people haven't picked heroes yet.
这个阵容其实更加的偏天梯，他们
Yeah, not everyone's picked a hero, so they're fine.
就看 Ace 和 Zessin 在用这个。
Nah, I presume the pause is something else because they. It's only a problem if everyone has picked a hero, you know.
是在用这把冷冻，如果还是
Wait, this is finding out.
那个缠压塔的话比较难打。
What happened?
能去盯到他这个位置的人实在是太多了。而
Lexa just wants to get his Bastion reps in.
就 Supreme 也是想要去正面伤害的话，其实 Zessin 做不了太多。而
Jinmu says, unfortunately, something in Chinese. I don't know if you got any translators.
冷萨虽然没有出门吧，但是在规则书上明确。
I think Jinmu just said. I think Jinmu just said sub to uncoachable Patreon.
现在就说回刚刚的一个阵容吧。刚刚的一个阵容上说到的是
I think he said if you type exclamation mark uncoachable in chat, you'll get a link to the Patreon and you can subscribe.
巴里斯特能在正面就是去靠
Always knew Jinmu was a quiz head.
可以给到非常充足的资源，而伊拉瑞这一个单位
Always knew it.
他就可能去放一个光塔，放到一个很好的位置。要去用左键去杀人，就像之前在
I think that's a very ambitious ask for me, Ellie. Isn't Mandarin like one? I'm very bad at languages. I don't know what everyone else's experience of doing language in schools was, but whatever language I did in schools, and I did French, Spanish, Japanese. I was really bad at all of them. And Mandarin is also notoriously difficult to learn as well. So if I struggled with these other languages, I think that's really hard. I did Japanese, yeah. We did Japanese. We did like a half course at GCSE, and we all struggled massively. Now I think there was maybe 11 of us who took it, and we all got a U. For those who maybe aren't as familiar with the UK grading system, U is the lowest mark you can get. It's like you just failed super hard. It's not even you wouldn't even bother putting a U on your CV or something. The U in actually the UK grading system stands for uncoachable. So I was actually branded from an early age. That I was beyond help. Nobody can coach this guy to speak Japanese, I'm afraid. That's what the exam board said. Alright. It's gonna be Sim, Cass, Winston. Grow up, Ice Flame. Just dive these guys. What's Jinmu up to? He's keeping it silly. Can he find a target though? Zess is going to find a headshot. They've TP'd away from the Widow, but he's still got an angle. They're trading out here. Bulletang is just going to walk into that one, and I think they're actually winning the fight. The Rock is good. Body shot onto the... We'll also let R3K finish that one off. And alright, they've held! They've held! Jinmu is now going on to Sombra. So he can do a lot more to not only help set up ties on these backlines if he can get behind, but he can also bully this Sigma quite a lot. Zestin, on the other hand, where are we going? Knows for Sombra's coming, misses for shot, hits the second one, but didn't have the charge to confirm the kill. Jinmu has found him. We said Knights in Divine would have to hit shots and take risks to win with this comp. Not able to find for one there, Zestin. Now the pressure coming in, they are getting bullied into a corner, and Nighttime Divine, they now don't have a lot of space. They don't quite have any ultimates yet. They're trying to buy more time as Bulletang is forced him into this corner. Kaka will be repelled. R3K has to get that lamp out as well. Nearly has Flux though, but needs to be worried about it being cancelled. And again, another angle. The Matrix as well to deny the heals. Looking for this Widow. Zestin is getting hunted down again. Walls will be popped. The grapple isn't what he wants it. And they're just cleaning up on point. And Zestin, he can see through the walls everything that's going wrong, but at least it's a little bit censored for him. And Ice Flame now have tremendous time to finish this with. They're going to have a tremendous ult bank to finish this with as well. And even though Knights Divine, they have ults to respond with. Window, Flux, all these ults can get cancelled by EMP as well. So Jinmu has a choice. Does he find an early hit where they just get the kills, or does he save his ult to cancel other ones? But Window comes out up top and an early lamp from Pally, but at least Knights Divine, they get some space, and they even kill Lexa before Rally here actually. So they've got a foothold now on this second point high ground. A chance to stabilise. And Bulletang is sort of caught behind here, a bit of an awkward position for him. He's going to try and fly out. He is not getting out. He doesn't actually have it. They're going for a Blade in the back here. Blade comes through from Kaka. He's killed two. Now the Flux comes through. Catches for Sombra. Kills for Sombra. Payload is still moving here. R3K can stabilise. Looks for a rock from downtown. The rock is good from R3K. Not quite enough to save Zessin, but allows R3K to get the kill. An awkward situation for R3K. He has to drop and get the point down. That's not the shield he wanted. The Rally comes out from Lexa. Needs another one. The Ray as well. Double support out on point. And Supreme just trying to win. GG's in the chat. The remake comes through. But there we go. Ice Flame secure it 4-0. Competence in the end. Obviously, 99 Divine, not at full strength. Ice Flame, deserved winners. And will go to play once again tomorrow. Is he Dreamers in the lobby? Is he coaching? Where is he? Yeah, so he is. Is he coaching one of the teams? Where am I going? Presumably 99 Divine, if anyone, right?
Player of the match 今天的 Player of the match 会给到谁呢？就是今天的
Presume he's coaching 99 Divine, if anyone.
队伍打的其实都非常的有效果啊。
Oh yeah, he's still active on coach. Yeah, there we go. He just isn't on the...
左杰
wasn't on this roster.
在第二张苏拉瓦萨，包括在后面的源氏
Kaka player of the game?
非常的不错的，包括是在
player of the match?
已经掉了2个人情况下
Yeah, seems reasonable enough, doesn't it? Kind of could have given it to anyone. They're all pretty dominant. Not for Pro Chaser, no. We're going to have the open qualifiers later. But Pro Chaser, if I can refresh this and get a bracket update. We're going to get these two games tomorrow. Best of 7s again. Hero bans again. Our first look at Team XX. And once again in the playoffs. All Chinese, right? Obviously we got a few imports mixed in here, right? But pretty much all Chinese, actually. All Chinese and Team XX have 2 Korean imports. Youngblood have, obviously, a German import, if you can believe it. Once again, all Chinese. And Ice Flame. Mostly Chinese, Kaka is Korean. But all Chinese majority teams. Yeah, all Chinese majority teams. And obviously, once again, fully Chinese.
参与回归活动即可免费获取满级神话皮肤和超多个驯化物品，回归福利多多，千万不要错过！守望先锋，期待每一名英雄。
Futureway Flex, yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be playing tank. Once again, winning, that would be very much my expectation. I'd be really surprised if anything different.
不要走开，接下来我们将邀请到 Ice Flame 的选手来进行一个采访。
All right, so let's do a little bit of planning for later. I can turn this down slightly. So, planning for later. We're gonna have the EMEA Open Qualifier Swiss continuing today. That's in just under 2.5 hours, 2 hours 25 minutes. Hadi will be back with me for that one, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna be watching along with streams and stuff again as well. So. Stay locked in for that one. That should be a lot of fun. We saw a hell of a game. Yesterday between Al Qadisiyah and the Ultimate. If you want something to go watch while you wait for that to start, because we got like 2.5 hours, if you go to my VODs channel, let me type YouTube in. If you go to my VODs channel, the second link there, what you'll be able to see is you'll get the you'll be able to see the Al Qadisiyah versus the Ultimates. Al Qadisiyah. That's what it sounds like to me as well. Robo Hobo. That's how I remember how to pronounce it. I'm like, it's like good to see ya. Good to see ya, Al. I check if MO7. But yeah, there's timestamps here as well. But if you go to this round 3 one, we get our first ever look at two of the most exciting and interesting rosters. So if you want something to watch, go watch that during the break. Get yourself ready for EMEA. We've got some good fixtures coming up. I think I'm probably going to be focusing my attention on Sakura versus Team Peps. Yeah, what we'll do is we're just going to bounce Al Qadisiyah, guys. Al Qadisiyah. Like this.
Hello, 电竞选手你好。
It's going to take a while to get used to pronouncing.
喂。
Oh, they got an interview, but unfortunately I can't understand. Sakura is Hitori's team.
恭喜获得本场比赛的胜利，也恭喜。
But yeah, go watch that one out. That should be a lot of fun. And then I'll be back in 2.5 hours. I've got some chores to do and stuff, and I gotta have lunch and all that. It's gonna be a late lunch, I guess. But we'll be back later today with Hadi for more of this action, and we'll be back tonight for EMEA as well. Oh yeah, for if you're worrying about it, if you're wondering about the format, we're gonna have one more day of Swiss, and then we're gonna have a double elimination bracket on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be covering it all. A lot of the players and stuff will be streaming their POVs as well, so we'll probably watch some Cloudy. We'll probably watch I guess who else will be streaming? We'll probably watch some more Takuno again if XO are playing, stuff like that. So we'll figure it out from all the player POVs. There'll be a lot to jump around. But we'll be trying to cover all of the actions here and having like live score updates and stuff. Why was the third game so lagging with previous VOD? Because I had to screen share to Hadi as well because they wouldn't let him in lobby. So it was like so my computer was just struggling. It was laggy live as well. It's probably like it was like my computer was just struggling with it. That's why I didn't really want to go in. That's why I didn't want to go in lobby because we had to put delay on and restart the stream, and it's obviously like way more taxing on my PC when I have to like stream, record it, and broadcast it in. Like Discord is quite demanding for screen share, unfortunately. So it shouldn't be a problem across the weekend because we'll have an observer in there and stuff. It was just an improvised solution that was a bit rough around the edges at times. But anyway, that's enough yapping. I need to go sort some stuff. We'll be back tomorrow for... we won't even be back tomorrow. We'll be back in like 2.5 hours. The Swiss games are next. They are... all of these games, basically. I can drop you the link, but there's a load of matches in Swiss right now. Or Swiss, that's starting in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, just doing EMEA Dinosaur Cola. We'll go live a little bit before 5 and we can catch up on all the results a bit more properly. But that's kind of a rough idea. And then I'll find us someone to raid. But thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate everyone sticking around for For the Pro Chaser, entertaining games. Nice to see a few different comps. A little bit of a shame about the 99 Divine situation, but some good fun. He sent me a suggestion. I feel like I should give it to Trino. He's on the 24-hour grind. He says he's not. Tree says he's not ending stream until he's rank 1 all roles. The eternal stream. Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go see if Tree can make it. Hope he doesn't die. He's not going to make it. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll send you over to Tree. Enjoy it. I'll see you in 2.5 hours, right? Just under 2.5 hours. Have a good day, everyone. I'll see you in a bit for some more qualifier action.